and shoot pretty nice little left-handed stroke, and then a few that come off the bench that do good stuff for us. And so that's kind of going to be one of our strengths, I think, is having anybody can do it on any night.
I think a lot last year you took a lot of pride in your defense. It looks like probably the same as this year, and I'm sure every single year you would want to hang your hand on that. But with how athletic your team is, that defense really has to step up to get those easy offensive buckets.
Yeah, it does. It does, and that's kind of what starts us. The focus for me has about always been on the defensive end, and this year I've tried to swing that a little more to the offensive end because I think these kids have some skills, some individual development skills to do really good stuff. But the defense drives us and is going to all year, I think.
Well, that's Coach Glenn Kirkbride. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside Central High School. We're in the field house for our one and only time this year for day number 1 of the Taco John invite. Let's take you through Coach Sarah Tuami's Lady Trojans lineup. They come in at 3-2. Their starters will be senior guard number 1, Kylie Spangler, averaging 4 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Junior guard number 13, Danilyn Shell, 12 points. She leads the team in scoring. Then it's a junior guard / forward number 22, Shara Struby, 6.5 points a game for her. Then it's their forwards, junior number 25, Corinne Caruth, 7.5 points a game. Senior number 40, Hadley Lloyd, 4 points, 4 rebounds a game. They shoot 35% from the field, 27% from behind the arc, 54% from the free throw line. They score 47.5 points a game. They're giving up 36 to their opponents. We saw them in a 56-51 battle against the East Lady Thunderbirds right before the end of the new year, and we'll get them one more time here as they'll go up against Central, as we'll take another 1-minute timeout here, and we'll have the starters for the Central Lady Indians right after this 1-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE. the Central Lady Indians and their second-year head coach, Glenn Kirkbride. They do come in at 6-1. They'll have sophomore guard number 10, Bailey Delbridge, junior guard number 21, McKenna Sully. Delbridge averaging 8.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. For Sully, 7.5 points for her. Then is a junior guard / forward, number 23, Ellie Fernio, 15 points, 8.5 rebounds a game. Senior number 25, Riley Whalen, and then she's averaging a point per game, making her first start tonight. And then a junior, number 32, Jayla Jones, 7 points per game. As a team, they shoot 33% from the field, 25% from three, 54% from the free throw line. They score 45.5 points a game, give up 39 points per game. And Nick, when you look at just team stats, very similar. One team shoots 35, the other shoots 33. Both teams shoot mid-20s when it comes to three-pointers as well.
Basically what you're telling me is we should expect a close contest between these two tonight. Again, the only major difference right now is you look at the records between the two. Again, Kelly Walsh and Lady Trojans coming in 3-2 for the Lady Indians, 6-1. Here to at least the early start of the campaign as we now get into 2019 for every team, again, at least across Class 4A. So anticipate a good one, a very good close matchup here tonight at the Fieldhouse between these two. So what we're going to do is take a quick 1-minute timeout and be back with our tip-off here live at the Fieldhouse on 1480 KRAE.
Central will be in the home white with the red on the shoulders. Kelly Walsh will be in the road greens with the white numbers. Central going right to left on your TV screen.
Radio dial.
And radio dial as well. And it will be Fernio for Central with the first possession for Central as they win the tip, does Jayla Jones. Central will start out, or sorry, the Trojans will start out in a 1-2-2 zone. Maybe playing up high, and Fernio dribbling with the right hand, skips it over to Delbridge on the left wing. Jayla Jones leads this team in three-point percentage, has it. Now they'll reverse court as Central tries to pop it around the perimeter. Lob pass to Jones on the left side. She bounce passes it down low. It's a 10-footer off the front iron by Sully, and then a off-the-ball foul on 32, Jayla Jones, her first, team first.
So an early foul call here for the Central Lady Indians.
Central will come out in a 1-2-2 press. Spangler with the basketball. She's going to be the main point all night as Fernio comes up with the steal. And then almost losing control was Delbridge. She attacks to the rim, but it's short. Caruth tried to grab it. Delbridge and Caruth will collide for a jump ball, and the possession arrow in favor of Kelly Walsh. So nobody.
So two opportunities for Central there to begin this contest. Again, cannot cash in here early.
And the press causing problems for Kelly Walsh as that's another steal for the Indians. The steal was made by Sully. With the basketball is Delbridge at the top. Central starting their offense way up high as Jones has it on the right corner. Now it's back up top to Delbridge. Gets into the lane, almost taken away by Shell. Jones with the air ball shot from 15, and the rebound will come to Spangler. Spangler picks up her first rebound tonight as the smallest player on the floor, runs the offense for the Lady Trojans. Shell with the basketball. Again, their leading scorer for Kelly Walsh goes down low to Lloyd. Kick out pass to Struby. Now left wing, here's Caruth. We saw her have a big night against Cheyenne East. Her first shot attempt is off the mark, and the rebound comes to Jayla Jones for Central. No score, we're a minute and a half in.
So both teams kind of feeling that Christmas break kind of rust right now, trying to shake that off here in this contest.
Trojans sticking with their zone defense. Kick out, Delbridge straight away, doesn't take the three, goes to Jones as they work the sideline. Down low, Whalen had a wide open shot. Jones tries to go for the three. It's an air ball, nobody touched it. But Whalen had it in the block, nobody in front of her. She decides instead of going up with the shot to kick it out to Jones. So still nobody scores. It's a long pass, and that's going to be another turnover for Kelly Walsh. As again, once they've been able to set up the full court pressure for Central, they haven't been able to get around it. And we're going to get an early sub. It's going to be Jordan Jones, who comes in for her sister, Jayla. all related to Willie Jones, who was a senior last year for Central, now a freshman over at LCCC.
Yet another offensive opportunity here by the Lady Indians. Again, we're still waiting for the first points on the board between these two.
Kelly Walsh comes out in a zone. Central is able to get around that. Whalen with the basketball in the left corner. She's now double teamed by Struby and Lloyd. In the lane, Fernio, her first shot attempt is going to be fouled on the way up. It was short and to the left, but it'll be the first foul on Kelly Walsh. It's going to be on Caruth, who tried to go up for the shot block.
So that'll be team's first foul for Kelly Walsh.
Fernio with a chance to give Central the first points on the night. She is a 65% free throw shooter. First one on the way, hits the right iron, too strong. Still no score. We're 2 minutes and 15 into this first quarter. Had to remember how many minutes the quarters were.
Had to go back to the old math skills.
Yeah, right. Fernio hits the second. We got a score. It's 1-0 Central as Jayla Jones will come in for Whalen.
Just a quick break for her now, back out for Central.
Spangler with the basketball. They've not been able to get around this full court pressure for Central. A few times they made it down the floor. It's been because of getting the defensive rebound. Jordan Jones knocks it out of play. Kelly Walsh will have the basketball, and for Central, they have a 3-2 zone with Jayla Jones up top. A lot of length up top. It's down low. Caruth has in the right block. Two players converge on her. She goes with a turnaround bank shot up and in. The first lead with the first bucket for Kelly Walsh tonight. Skip pass over to Jones. Jones will take it across the timeline herself, almost loses control of it. And about traveled. She's trying to get rid of it. Goes to Fernio at the top. 5 minutes left here, 5:10 left in the first quarter. 2-1 the score in favor of Kelly Walsh. Both these teams play great defense, and you're seeing it here. Jones from the left side, nothing but net for three. Good find by Fernio. So Jordan Jones gives Central a 4-2 lead. Caruth has it down low. Goes to the bank again with the left hand. She's got all 4 points. We're tied up at 4.
So now both offenses starting to feel it here in this contest.
Well, we saw Caruth against Cheyenne East. When she gets it down in her office, she's tough to stop as Delbridge carried. That's going to be the first turnover for Central. 4-4 the score on our Pepsi scoreboard. 4:36 left in the first quarter. Spangler with the basketball, trying to find Shell in the corner. Nice outlet pass to Caruth, nearly batted away by Salih, but she'll come up with the steal, will Salih. The 4th turnover for Kelly Walsh, and then they give it right back. That was last touch by Kelly Walsh. Fernio right in front of the Lady Trojan bench will inbound it for the Lady Indians. Fernio still trying to get it in, comes away up top to Jayla Jones, who will hand it off to Fernio. Delbridge on the right, goes to the corner for Jones where she just hit. Down low, Jayla goes back to her sister, fakes the shot, goes for the 5-footer. It's off the left iron. Jones grabs the offensive rebound, puts it up and in and one.
I love that extra effort by Jayla Jones right there again, getting the put back and the opportunity for the and one.
Caruth just picked up her second. That's a big second foul for Kelly Walsh. We'll see Smucker and Bowers come in for Kelly Walsh. Looks like Taylor Stoltz will come in, but she may be coming in for the shooter in Jayla Jones. Jayla 8 for 12 on the season from the free throw line. That's 67%. And one opportunity is nothing but net. 7-4 the score with 4:06 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Stoltz will play up top on the full court pressure for Central. Spangler, as they look to trap in the corner, gets it over to Smucker in a hurry, and then Smucker loses control. Good save by Bowers. Spangler trying to get it across the timeline. It's blocked by Jones, and then back to Spangler right into her lap, and then Shell almost traveled, gets it over to Smucker before she gets that left foot down. In the corner, Bowers throws it up, is fouled by Stoltz as she holds her mouth. May have gotten popped in the upper lip there. Actually, the foul's on Delbridge.
It looks like she's kind of holding her nose, so it might at least have a little stinger there, but here's opportunity for at least Kelly Walsh to add points to the board.
Bowers 1 for 2 on the season from the free throw line. Nothing but net on the first one, as Jayla Jones will come in for Delbridge. So it's Jones, the Jones sisters, Stoltz, Sully and Fernio on the floor for Central. Smucker, Bowers, Shell, Spangler, and Lloyd as Bowers goes 2 for 2. 7-6 our score with 3:49 left in this first quarter.
Again, 8-minute quarters, 4 quarters in the high school ranks.
Fernio with the basketball goes to the right side. It's Sully with it on the right wing. She will go back up top to Fernio, who's looking to find a hole through this zone that Kelly Walsh has. Flashing up high is Sully. They go to the right block towards Stoltz, who kicks it all the way, or dribbles it all the way out to the wing. Bounce pass, Sully in the left wing, right wing, goes to Jones at the top. Extra pass, Jordan Jones with the basketball, trying to get into the lane. Kelly Walsh doing a good job closing it down. Sully's able to find a way in and throws up the right-hand floater and cashes it home. 9-6 the score as Kelly Walsh able to get it past the timeline. Coach Kirkbride showing it as it was being dribbled out of bounds. It's thrown out of bounds by Shell anyway.
And it looked like on the inbound, again, as that ball kind of flew here in the field house, looked like it almost, at least catching it, was caught out of bounds.
The timeout by Central. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout here as well. You're listening and watching high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house. 9-6 our score with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. So far, Nick, it's been the Jones sisters, 6 points between the two.
It certainly has. And again, with Central having at least 3-point lead right now, as we're waiting for Kelly Walsh to kind of break from there, at least, again, huddle right now. But again, it was a slow start for both offenses, but right now for Central, the Lady Indians, they're starting to find their stroke right now on the court.
Central will have the basketball out of the 30-second timeout called by Coach Kirkbride. With the right hand over to the right side to Sully for the Lady Indians. Fernio running the point here for Central. A couple of dribbles with the left hand, looking to get into the lane. Now kicked it out to Jordan. And right back to Fernio as Central using some good patience. Nice bounce pass to Sully. Jones with the basketball, looking to get into the lane. She traveled before she was able to get the ball on the floor, as we'll see Ireland Fagenbush come in for the first time. Taylor Stoltz will come and take the seat. Of course, Fagenbush has a sister that plays at LCCC, also played at East last year.
And that would be Mackenzie Fagenbush, freshman right now for the Lady Golden Eagles of LCCC.
Smucker gets around Sully, kicks it over to Bowers on the right wing. Up top, Spangler will slow it down and listen for Coach Tuami's offensive play call. Shell has not put up a shot yet. Spangler left corner three, long, and the rebound comes to Jordan Jones. Fernio with the left hand gets across the timeline around. Bowers looking to get into the lane, will be cut off by Smucker. Kick out, Jones into the lane, right hand. No, instead she passes to Sully, partially blocked. It's a jump ball, and it'll be Central basketball. It looked like Jones had the right hand floater, went to the pass instead, and the shot was blocked.
Yeah, kind of interesting move by at least kind of the big center there for Central. Again, having the height advantage on the inside, and it's opting for the pass.
Smucker comes out, and it's Jayla Johnson who comes in for, Hadley Lloyd comes out. It's Jayla Johnson that comes in for Kelly Walsh. 9-6 the score, 1:45 left in this first quarter. Jones has it on the left elbow, kicked out to Fernio. Sully with the basketball on the right wing. Fagenbush with it on in the corner. Gets the screen from Sully. Kicks it back out as Central works the perimeter against this zone defense. Jones with it on the left wing. Her three-pointer is too strong. That was Jayla Jones with the shot. She starts 0 for 2 from 3 as Jayla Johnson for Kelly Walsh grabs the rebound. Spangler gets it across the timeline to Smucker. Smucker, long pass, stolen away by Fagenbush. Another turnover, the 6th here in this quarter for Kelly Walsh. Nice hustle down the floor, Sully with it. Her rebound, or her shot's too strong. Jordan Jones grabs the offensive board and puts it in for 2. It's a 5-point lead with a minute left for Central. Shell with the basketball goes to Bowers inside to the middle to Johnson. Johnson kicked over to Spangler. Fagenbush falls to the floor. Kick over to Shell. Here's her first shot. It's off the front iron. Bowers with the offensive rebound. Her bank shot is off the mark. She grabs her own rebound again. Another opportunity. Shell puts up an open three. It rattles in and out, and the rebound will be a jump ball. It's going to stay Kelly Walsh basketball as Bailey Delbridge will come in for Salih, and Whalen will come in for one of the Johnsons. It looks like Jayla Johnson.
But three, at least on that offensive opportunity there for Kelly Walsh, 3 different times, 3 different misses, and Lady Trojans looking to put points on the board.
Spangler with the line drive shot. It's too strong, and the rebound comes to Bowers. That's now 3 offensive rebounds just in this possession for Josette Bowers. The foul on the play will be on Riley Whalen, her first, team 3rd. So Bowers, where she's 2 for 2 tonight, will go to the line to shoot 2 more. Rainbow free throw, hits the front iron, right iron, and falls out of the hoop. As Shell will come out, Struby chucks back in for Kelly Walsh.
And you can kind of tell, though, in this first quarter between both teams, you can kind of tell that they haven't been at it for at least quite a few days, or at least for weeks again with that Christmas break again. Kind of getting that rust right now, trying to get back into the basketball mood.
That Rainbow free throw is up and in. She's got 3 points. The lead's cut to 4 with 30 seconds as that inbound pass from Delbridge is kicked out of play by Struby. Kelly Walsh in a full court pressure. All 5 players for Central in the backcourt. Inbound comes to Fagenbush, goes back to Fernio, over the head pass. Jones gets it across the timeline. Fagenbush has it. There's 20 seconds left here in this first quarter. Fernio with it will slow it down. Instead, put her head down, puts up the right hand shot, banks it in for Fernio. 13-7 with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Across the timeline, Struby has on the right wing. Lob pass taken away by Central, but then the inbound, it'll be to Fernio. She can't get the handle on it. She'll throw it up to Delbridge, but unfortunately the horn sounds. Central will take a 13-7 lead into the second quarter, a 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Slow start on the offensive side of things. It took 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get our first score, but for Central, they end the quarter with that 13-7 lead. A good first quarter for Coach Kirkbride.
It certainly was. Again, his Lady Indians at least coming back, at least getting and finding the groove on the offensive side, and again, at least carrying a lead right now into the second quarter.
Central will start with the basketball here in this second quarter. Fernio, Delbridge, Fagenbush, Jordan Jones, and Whalen on the floor for Central. It's Johnson, Struby, Schmucker, Shell, and Spangler on the floor for Kelly Walsh. Fagenbush open for 3 on the left side, hits the back iron, and Fernio grabs the offensive rebound. Her shot too strong, and Schmucker will grab the rebound for Kelly Walsh. Spangler with the basketball. You can hear Coach Tuami calling out the Kansas offense. Nice backdoor pass to Struby. Her 5-footer's too strong. Johnson's there to pick up the trash and put it in for 2. 13-9 our score in favor of Central.
And Central right now slowly at least taking their time on the offensive side.
Delbridge and Fernio up high to start this Central offense. Spangler getting close enough to get that 5-second count started. And then a carry again by Delbridge. It's her second carry call against her. She looks over at the official, not really agreeing with it.
Yeah, not too happy with that play call there.
Smucker will inbound it for Kelly Walsh. Central sticking with a full court pressure as Kelly Walsh had a hard time getting around it. 6 turnovers in that first quarter. Almost another one. No, it is. Fernio comes up with a steal, grabs it from Strube. Fernio will get into the lane and pass it to Delbridge, but then a travel. So team's going turnover for turnover.
Yeah, right now, again, neither team's playing really crisp. I hate to bring it up, but it just has that feeling right now that both teams, you can tell, have had quite a lengthy time off.
And a errant pass by Johnson for Kelly Walsh, and they'll politely give it right back to Central.
But again, if you're doing turnover for turnover right now between these two teams, if you're Central and your coach Glenn Kirkbride right now, it's kind of no harm, no foul at this point in time.
Lloyd will come in for Johnson for Kelly Walsh. Salee back in for, believe it is for, well, she came, for Whalen, sorry. I was trying to figure out who was not on the floor. Fernio with the basketball. She's way up high. It's again Kelly Walsh in their zone. Delbridge backdoor cut. Her shot's blocked by Strube. Spangler will grab the loose ball. Spangler dribbles through 3 Central players and then kicks it over to Smucker. Strube with it, trying to go towards Lloyd. She gets around Fernio, banks it up and in. Nice post move by Hadley Lloyd going around Fernio.
But this is something you don't want if you're Central High right now. Again, Casper Kelly Walsh on a little bit of a run to start the second quarter.
A little 4-0 run for Kelly Walsh, cutting the lead to 2 with 6:05 left in the second quarter on our Pepsi scoreboard. Salee has it, kicks it out to Jordan Jones. She goes into the paint and then stops her dribble. Salee head fakes, dribbling with the right hand, now skip past to Delbridge, who's on the left wing. It's just her and Spangler. Fernio at the top. Again, Central showing great patience against this defense. As it now looks like Kelly Walsh is in a man. Salee drives around Strube, but her shot gets pinned underneath the basket. Strube grabs the rebound for Kelly Walsh. Kelly Walsh a chance to tie it with a bucket. Spangler's shot too strong. Strube grabs the offensive rebound. She puts it up and lays it in for 2. An extra opportunity for Kelly Walsh, and they're on a 6-0 run as we're tied up at 13. Fernio hustling down the court, goes 1-on-2. Her shot's blocked by Smucker. Out of play. Central will keep the basketball as Jayla Jones will come in for Fagenbush. It's a timeout called by Coach Tuami, a 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Kelly Walsh timeout as they've started this quarter, Nick, a 6-0 run. We're tied up at 13s, and once again, Central going through an offensive lull.
Yeah, and what's also too constant Central right now is the amount of turnovers. Again, costly. Again, the traveling or either the ball handling, it's starting to hurt right now for the Lady Indians.
With the basketball for the first time is Mackenzie Bolts as she checks in for Central out of that timeout. Salee into the lane, goes off the leg, and Jordan Jones will grab it and then give it to Fernio, but it's stolen by Strube. She goes almost headed to the crowd in the first row. It'll stay Central basketball. If Strube catches that clean, she's off to the races with an easy 2 points and the first Kelly Walsh, or the second Kelly Walsh lead. Mackenzie Bolts grabs the inbound from Fernio, dribbling with the left hand. Up top, spins around Spangler. Size matchup is perfect for Spangler and Bolts. Fernio with the basketball, dribbles and will hand it off as she picked up her dribble as her and Jones are right next to each other. Jayla with the basketball goes left wing to Bolts. Bolts dribbling with the right hand, gets into the lane, cut off by Spangler. Jordan Jones with the basketball goes to Salee, gets the screen and roll, doesn't take it. Kick out pass, Jones open for three, it's short, and Struby grabs the rebound for Kelly Walsh. So still scoreless, and we're 3.5 into the second quarter is Central.
Yeah, Central has gone ice cold here in the second quarter, still looking for the first points.
Lloyd, a nice turnaround jumper over Jones for two, and Kelly Walsh takes the lead.
And here's where the Lady Trojans, again, with Central being ice cold right now, trying to find the offense. They're taking advantage and now, again, have the lead.
With the basketball, Salee, high screen from Johnson, goes for the free throw shot, short, rebound comes to Shell. You can start seeing Kelly Walsh playing a little bit more confident as well. It's, of course, when they're getting stops, it makes it to where Central can set up the full court pressure as well.
The thing is, too, for the Lady Indians, they're only having one and done opportunities on the offensive side.
Struby with the basketball, goes around Salee, and lays it in with the left hand. Struby's got back-to-back points. Largest lead of the night for Kelly Walsh is 4, with 3:40 left on the Pepsi scoreboard here in this second quarter.
I do believe right now for Kelly Walsh, they should be on a 10-0 run.
It is a 10-0 run. That's why we have you here to back it up the math. Jones straightaway three, nothing but net. That's a huge shot for Jordan Jones, and that will cut the lead to 1, but that stops the 10-0 run.
That stops the bleeding momentarily for the Lady Indians, only down by 1 now.
Jordan Jones has a team-high 8 points, game-high 8 points. Spangler with the basketball for Kelly Walsh, dribbling with the right hand, kick-out pass to Shell. Without a point here so far, the leading scorer for the Lady Trojans. Just a couple of shots attempted by Shell as well. Struby with the basketball, reverse court to the left side. It's Spangler, goes around Bolts, but then kicks out to Lloyd. She traveled. She dragged the left foot, but she went to stop. As we'll see Jayla Johnson come in for Kelly Walsh, and then Delbridge will come in as well for Central.
Here's for the Lady Indians. Hopefully take advantage of this opportunity now. Again, you found your offensive, at least kind of stroke. Now here's the opportunity. Kelly Walsh with the turnover. Need to put points on the board.
Yeah, and for Kelly Walsh, they have their second leading scorer on the bench with 2 fouls in Corinne Kruth. So they're doing a good job finding some secondary scoring. Furno is doubled by Spangler. They wanted the travel call, no calls. Tuami was jumping up and down. Jones will take the 3 and 1. Nothing but net for Jayla Jones as the Jones sisters are bringing Central back in it. Fouls on Lloyd, her first, team third, and a rare chance for a 4-point play for Central, as Fagenbush will come in for Fernio. 19-17, Central retakes the lead.
And that was a huge shot right there now to take back the lead for the Lady Indians.
Jones short on the free throw opportunity, and then a push on the back by Fagenbush. She'll pick up her first, team 4th. Only 7 fouls have been called.
Which is good, at least to see so far, this officiating crew letting the ladies play here tonight.
Right. 19-17 the score. Kelly Walsh turns it over again. Delbridge picks up the steal on that full court pressure. The 10th turnover for Kelly Walsh. Almost taken away there on that pass to the wing from Fagenbush. Shell nearly had it. Smucker will come back in, and for the first time we'll see Barrett Lloyd come in for Kelly Walsh. We didn't see Lloyd at Central or at East, so her first action tonight, as she'll have to go. Coach Tuami having to go into his bench with one of his players having a little bit of foul trouble. Jones gets the inbound, goes back to Bolts. Both Jones sisters, Fagenbush and Bolts and Delbridge on the floor for Central. Spangler, Shell, Lloyd, Smucker, and Johnson for Kelly Walsh. Jones with the basketball. Tried to hit a backdoor cutting Fagenbush, but ran into a player. Fagenbush puts up the 3 off the left iron. Rebound comes to Smucker. Good box out, as we'll get a foul called on Fagenbush.
So she'll pick up 2 quick ones right there. It will be team's 5th foul for Central.
And Salee will come in for Ireland. As
and don't want to run, at least picking up a 3rd quick one, another one for Eileen Fagenbush.
2:02 left here in this second quarter. Law pass comes in, nice tap by Delbridge. Michelle able to run it down for Kelly Walsh. 19-17 the score in favor of Central, and Shell airball. No, they're going to say it was blocked by Delbridge. So Shell having a hard time with Bailey Delbridge on her, still being held scoreless.
And defensive effort crucial right now for the Lady Indians on this side.
Struby will come in for Shell. 0 for 4 to start from the field. Again, she's their leading scorer as the inbound pass is nearly taken away by Bolt. Spangler able to run it down and then slow it down. Spangler goes to the right elbow, kick out to Struby. Down low, Johnson, nice pass. That was actually Lloyd that gave the pass inside. Fouls on Jordan Jones.
So she'll pick up her first, team 6 for Central.
And you call it the announcer's jinx as we had 4 quick foul calls in the last minute and a half as Johnson will go to the line where she's 50% on the season, 4 of 8. First one, it's too strong off the back iron.
That's what you call the quintessential brick right there.
Yeah, that could almost hear the camera mic almost picked that one up. And I don't even know if the camera mic has a mic. Second one off the back iron, but it goes through the twine. She goes 1 for 2. 19-18 the score in favor of Central with 1:40 left on the Pepsi scoreboard here in the half. Bounce pass to the left side, Salee with it, gets the high screen from Johnson, almost loses control of the dribble. Delbridge has Lloyd on her in her back pocket, goes in the lane through 3 players, and she traveled. So she's carried the ball twice and now traveled. That's 3 turnovers for Bailey Delbridge, and she's starting to get really frustrated. She started as a freshman, played a lot as a freshman last year here in her second season for the Lady Indians. Inbound, stolen away by Salee. Kick out, Jones doesn't take the 3. We'll slow it down and set up the offense. 11 turnovers for Kelly Walsh now as Bolts puts up the right-hand floater off the right iron and rebounded by Johnson. Trying to go over the shot block of Smucker.
Yeah, again, another one-and-done opportunity for the Lady Indians on the offensive side.
19-18, Central with the lead. Going around, one player is Lloyd. Kick over to Smucker into the left block. Her shot goes short off the left iron. Jones grabs the rebound, Jordan Jones. Mackenzie Bolts with the basketball, goes into the lane, kick out, Delbridge fakes the shot, about traveled again, puts up a long 2, it's short, Jordan Jones grabs the rebound, lays it in for 2. There's that offensive rebound, that extra opportunity you were talking about, Nick. Spangler with the basketball, full court pressure still for Central. We're at 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. Bounce pass down low, Johnson puts up the shot and then a whistle, and I believe they're going to call an offensive foul on Jayla Johnson, her first team 4th.
The team's 4th for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Salee will come in for Central. Salee will take a seat. Fernio will be the one coming in.
The one team to kind of take a look at, or at least a close eye right now on fouls is against Central. They have 6, so next one would put Kelly Walsh technically for the remainder of this first half in the bonus.
22 seconds left. We'll see if Central tries to slow it down for 1. Johnson into the side, goes to the left corner to Delbridge. She'll put up the 3 ball. Got it, nothing but net. Delbridge hits her first bucket tonight. Give the assist to Jordan Jones, finding her in the corner. 24-18, a 6-point lead with 7 seconds left. Struby goes across the timeline. Going around, Delbridge puts up the shot, goes to Spangler, who puts up the right-hand shot at the buzzer, off the mark. 24-18 is going to be the halftime score. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house here at Central High School. It's day number 1 of the Taco John invite. The Lady Indians over the Lady Trojans at half, 24-18. Nick, a second quarter where it was a 10-0 run for Kelly Walsh, but then Central regained composure.
It almost felt like an eternity there at the beginning of that second half for the Lady Indians, where offense was hard to come by. We saw a 10-0 run by the Kelly Walsh Lady Trojans, which eventually found themselves having a little bit of a lead over the Lady Indians, something that's kind of been a rarity in this contest for Casper Kelly Walsh. But again, credit to at least Coach Kirkbride and his crew. They came back, fought through, overcame, I would say, even a little bit of the odds. Again, also, too, what we saw a lot in that second quarter from Central was a lot of shooting themselves in the foot. And there were a lot of turnovers that kind of cost them a few points off of the board in favor of Casper Kelly Walsh. But here we are for Coach Kirkbride and his crew heading into halftime, 6-point lead. I think he's got to be very proud, at least a little happy that it's in favor of them. It could have been a lot worse,
right,
and in favor of Casper Kelly Walsh.
Well, and for Coach Kirkbride, you heard him in the pregame. He said they're hanging their hat on their defense. Well, they're giving up 9 points a quarter right now for defense. You do that, you're going to win more times than not. And his defense really led to a lot of offense as well. 11 turnovers. They did score 10 points off those 11 turnovers, so you'll take that as well for Central Lady Indians. We're going to try to see if we can catch up with the men's coach, head coach Tag Lane. So what we'll do is we'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll see if we can find him. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house. I'm now joined alongside boys coach, head coach Tag Lane. Coach, 6 games in, 5-1 to start off with. I think you're pretty pleased where your team's at, especially right before the Christmas break.
Yeah, I feel good about where we started. You know, we've found some different ways to win, and we've been tough and competitive in some situations that we needed to. We let one kind of slip away from us in the Greeley tournament, but Greeley Central's a good veteran team, and they took advantage of us a little bit in the fourth quarter. But I thought overall in those 6 games we've played very competitively.
Just like Coach Kirkbride adding Markel Denton, you added somebody that a lot of people know in Coach Jim Schaefer. How has it been having him come in and just watching him with the kids as well?
I mean, he's been fantastic. I mean, a real professional and a guy that really understands and knows the game and has seen the game from a lot of different positions, from the college level, head coaching level, and now as an assistant. And so he brings a lot of wisdom and a lot of insights, and it's been great to have him.
Coach, you have to fulfill a lot of holes with Willie Jones and Fraley. Both those guys gone, Nico Bostic. But you've been able to find it in a sophomore, a very tall, lanky sophomore, Lawson Lovering. How about him and the way he's started off the season?
He's been outstanding. You know, he's done a nice job of helping us protect the rim. But as much as anything, his offense has really picked up a notch, and he's carried us many times this year already, and gives us a presence inside. He's really knocked his free throws down, which he struggled with a little bit last year, and he plays hard. He's a team guy. He's a willing passer, and works hard in every practice, in every situation. Is a very competitive kid.
And then another player that came over from South in Tanner Weinberger. Doesn't look like shooting-wise he's really found his stroke, but him being a senior and everybody has to game plan for him. He's going to find his shot sooner rather than later.
Well, I think for all of our guys and for any high school guys, learning how to play, inside first and with the presence of a big guy takes some adjustments. But Tanner has knocked down some really big shots. He hit some winning shots against Rapid City and in other situations. So we're lucky to have him. He's a great leader, great teammate, and we've enjoyed him so far.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time here, and good luck tonight. That's head coach Tag Lane. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here. You're watching and listening to high school basketball, 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house. Got about a minute and a half before the third quarter starts, so let's quickly take you through the first half individual point stats. Josette Bowers for Kelly Walsh had 3 points. It was 4 points for Sarah Struby, 4 for Corinne Caruth. Hadley Lloyd chipped in with 4. Jayla Johnson had 3. As a team, they had 11 turnovers in that first half. For Central Lady Indians, they were led by 10 points from Jordan Jones, 3 points from Delbridge, 2 from Salee, 3 from Fernio, and then 6 from Jayla Jones, as that's how they got to their 24 points. We'll take our last 1-minute timeout before the start of the third quarter right here on 1480 KRAE. Kelly Walsh will start with the basketball. It's Spangler, Shell, Lloyd, Caruth, and Struby on the floor as Delbridge will kick the basketball, and it'll stay Kelly Walsh basketball. Same starting 5 for Central as they're now going left to right on your radio dial and your screen of choice. It's Salee, Whalen, Delbridge, Fernio, and Jayla Jones for Central. Shell with the basketball. She was held scoreless in that first half. So was or for the most part, so was Caruth. She had 4 points. They came early, then she got in foul trouble. Lloyd with the basketball, another opportunity for Kelly Walsh, and we're gonna get too much contact down below by Whalen. Her second
team's first foul here to start up the second half on Central.
Struby will inbound it for Kelly Walsh. Long pass comes into Spangler. Now over to Struby in the left corner. High screen from Caruth. It's a screen and roll. Caruth lost control of it, and then Jones comes up with a rebound, and then bounce pass to Salee. With the basketball is Fernio. She lays it up and in. Good transition offense right there for Central as they get the first 2 points, and that's
good
for
to see.
them. That's a good sign because it's been taking them a few minutes to start a quarter.
Well, and again, carrying over that momentum from what they had there in the first half right now, again, extending out that lead.
Caruth high off the glass is too strong. The rebound comes to Salee, and then it's a jump ball, or Whalen. Whalen grabs the rebound. It's a jump ball. It will stay Central basketball. 7 minutes left here in this third quarter. 26-18 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Central with the lead. This is their largest lead tonight of 8 points.
Central, again, not hurrying up the offense, just slowly getting across the timeline.
With the basketball is Salee as they have 2 players dive through the lane. Fernio has the basketball, goes with the left hand. Jump ball as Struby with some good offense, or good defense right there, getting her hand on the ball and staying tough, getting that turnover.
And Kelly Walsh opportunity right now to answer back, get points on the board right now here in this third quarter.
Kelly Walsh did go on a 10-0 run in that second quarter to take a 4-point lead. That was their largest of the night. But then Central was able to get things figured out. Struby from the left elbow. Her shot rolls off the right iron, and Delbridge comes up with the rebound, her second one tonight. Delbridge lob pass to Salee, goes over to Jayla Jones, puts up the right hand, big shot up and in for 2, and a timeout called by Coach Kirkbride. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one here as well, a 1-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Jordan Jones checks back into the game for Central as they have a 10-point lead and another turnover. It's a steal for Fernio, her 4th one. Her shot's wild off the mark. Caruth grabs the rebound, and then it's knocked out of play, and it was last touched by Struby. So another turnover for Kelly Walsh.
Kind of more of that wild play we were seeing in the first half between these two teams kind of carrying over here in the second half.
Jones with the basketball will hand it off to Fernio, and then she carried it. It got stuck right between the left hand and her left hip. It's another carry call. I've seen Delbridge called twice for that, Fernio for the first time. 8 turnovers for Central now. 28-18, the score. Central with the lead. Spangler coming up a little limp on the left leg as Shell caught the ball in the front court and then went to the backcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation. 14 turnovers for Kelly Walsh.
Getting a lot of mental miscues by both teams here.
Delbridge with the basketball. Looking at Spangler, goes with the right hand into the lane, goes around one player, and then her shot's partially blocked, and then Lloyd will grab the loose ball. Spangler now running across the timeline. Delbridge trying to catch up to her. Struby with it on the right wing. Lob pass down low to Caruth, puts up the shot and gets it to fall in off the glass. 28-20 the score. Kelly Walsh with their first points in the second half.
Yeah, it took about 2.5 minutes there for Kelly Walsh to finally put points on the board.
Fernio with the basketball on the far side, now dribbling into the left wing, kick out to Salee. She'll go a baseline and then stop. Bounce pass is going to be a backcourt violation if Delbridge can win the battle. She does. So good hustle by Delbridge. It'll be the 9th turnover as Mackenzie Bolts will come in for Delbridge.
And keeping the theme of what we're seeing with turnovers between these two teams, it is, again, you can tell both teams, they've had quite a time off, at least being away from the competitive side.
Shell with the basketball goes to Spangler in the left corner. She'll put up the three ball. That climbs in through the front left iron. Her first 3 points tonight. The lead's 28-23, a 5-0 run now for Kelly Walsh.
Kind of mimicking of what we saw in the second quarter of Kelly Walsh. We're taking advantage of those Central High turnovers and converting them to points.
Salee up top to Jones. Jayla fakes the shot. Will dribble with the right hand and hand it off to Fernio. Fernio into the paint. Kick out. Jordan Jones fakes the shot. Will go to Bolts in the left wing. Now driving in as Bolts throws up the wild shot. She grabs her own rebound. They're going to say it was partially blocked as Struby almost comes up with the steal, and then she goes crashing into the crowd. Right off of Willie Jones, actually, who's over there front row on the opposite side of us.
Jason Fick, head coach of LCCC, a little worried right there. Again, Willie Jones thankfully out of the walking boot. We don't need that character to be injured once again.
Fernio to inbound it, goes to the corner, left corner to Salee, then gets it back from left wing. Crossover dribble, puts up the three. Bank shot too strong. Caruth grabs the rebound for Kelly Walsh. 28-23 the score. Again, Kelly Walsh a little 5-0 run here after they went down 10. Spangler goes to Struby, extra pass to Shell. She puts up the right corner three. That rolls in, and Shell gets her first 3 points tonight. The lead's cut to 2. It's an 8-0 run for Kelly Walsh. That's worrisome for Coach Kirkbride as well, as he had a 10-0 run, or open it up to a 10-point lead, and now Kelly Walsh just a possession behind. Jones grabs it, then batted out of play by Caruth State Central basketball.
If anything, you give credit to this Kelly Walsh team, at least with the tenacity. They know how to fight back and not kind of give up when they are down big. And look at it again, they are only down by 2 points here, as they look like it's kind of teams, it's a streaky bunch of where they go cold, they go hot, and right now for Central, they need to find a way to cool them down. Inbound
pass is stolen by Barrett Lloyd, and then it's a last touch by Jordan Jones, who's slow to get up. She's being helped up by her sister and by Corinne Caruth.
But it looks like she'll be okay.
10 turnovers now for Central, as Kelly Walsh will have the basketball and a chance to tie it up with the bucket. And how about for Shell, too? She's been 0 for as Jones nearly steals the inbound. But for Shell, she's 0 for 5 to start the first half. And then first opportunity she has to shoot, she go ahead and take it. And for her, that's a confident shooter right there, knowing that it's only going to take one. Spangler with the basketball on the right wing up top to Lloyd. Now on the left elbow, it's Hadley Lloyd. Up top, Spangler goes over to Shell. She'll put up a three with a hand in her face. It's off the left iron. Caruth grabs the offensive rebound, working on Jones. We'll have to kick it back out to Shell. And Shell goes baseline, and her shot is short, but it's going to be a foul on number 21, McKenna Salee, her first team second.
Yeah, team second, as again for Central in this quarter have only picked up 2 team fouls. For Kelly Walsh, they have yet to pick up a team foul.
Shell, a 90% free throw shooter, hits the first one. She's 9 for 10, make that 10 of 11.
That double-digit lead that Central had that looked like they were going to extend out has just now vanished.
And how about this as well for just free throws, as Shell hits that one. There's only been 12 free throws in this whole entire contest, 8 for Kelly Walsh, 4 for Central. And we're tied up at 28, by the way.
Yeah, the officiating crew allowing these ladies to play tonight, so give them credit.
Both teams playing a lot of zone as well, which also helps. 10-0 run for Kelly Walsh. Fernio has it, then picks up her dribble. Jones open for 3, doesn't take the shot. Delbridge into the lane, jump stop, kick out to Bolts. Bolts gets around Spangler, but then met by Hadley Lloyd, and she traveled. But she tried to kick it out. Good help defense by Hadley Lloyd. It's the 11th turnover for Central.
Another costly turnover for the Lady Indians.
Smucker will come in, and she will relieve Lloyd. Again, Lloyd playing great help side defense as Bolts got around Spangler but couldn't get her shot over Lloyd and traveled in the process. Fernio nearly steals the inbound pass, knocks it out of play. Again, this full court pressure for Central is
it's proving to be a little at least frustrating for the Lady Trojans.
Smucker to inbound it, goes to Lloyd on the corner. Now she's dribbling with the left hand around Fernio, and then that pass is nearly taken away by Jones. She dribbled it out of bounds. It will stay Kelly Walsh basketball. You got Coach Tuami over to my left talking to the official and then trying to get her team to slow it down a little bit, trying to get it across the timeline. Shell will have the basketball. Delbridge will pick her up in the backcourt as Shell dribbles it to the front court and then picks up her dribble. Lloyd has it on the right wing, looking down low. Doesn't take the screen from Smucker, loses control. It's going to stay Kelly Walsh basketball. Struby and Lloyd will come back in for Kelly Walsh. Fernio comes out. And for Fagenbush, it's Corinne Caruth and Lloyd that come out for Kelly Walsh. Spangler with the basketball in the corner to Struby, tries to go down low. Jones steals it away. Her second steal tonight for Jayla Jones. It's the 15th turnover for Kelly Walsh as we're tied up at 28. It's been quite the scoring drought here for Central as Kelly Walsh is still on that 10-0 run. Bolts tried to go with the screen and roll, wasn't there. Good defense by Hadley Lloyd again. Delbridge open for three. Rainbow off the front iron, and the rebound will come out to Fagenbush. Turnaround jumper too strong, and the rebound will come to Smucker.
Something we haven't seen by Central, something that's been an issue throughout this contest. There was a second chance opportunity on the offensive side. It's been, for the majority for the Lady Ends, one and done.
And Jordan Jones will...
So she'll pick up the foul. It'll be her first, team's third called on Central.
Bolts. Looks like Jones comes up limping a little bit with the right foot. So Jordan Jones, the freshman, that's going to be something we'll keep an eye on as she has leads this team with 10 points. Inbound pass is stolen away by Mackenzie Bolts, and then a foul by Spangler. And that was probably a good foul by Spangler as Bolts was headed off to the races.
Yeah, smart foul to prevent the easy bucket. Again, smart foul as well, too, for the Central High, at least against Central High, where they've struggled right now to find any offense.
Fagenbush has it on the right wing, high screen from Stoltz, who checks in. Jones straightaway three is going to be well short as the shot was just a bit flat, as Shell will grab the rebound for Kelly Walsh, and she'll take it across the timeline. We're tied up at 28 still. Feel like we've been that way for the last 3 minutes. Both teams have come to a scoring halt. Lloyd with the basketball going to the floor was Fagenbush. The shot by Lloyd was blocked by Delbridge. For Central, they haven't scored since the 5-minute mark.
It has been that long in the offensive drought for the Lady Indians.
Smucker, turnaround jumper. She's fouled on the way up by Stoltz. The shot's too strong. And now Smucker will get a chance to go to the line to give Kelly Walsh their third lead on the night. For Stoltz, her second, team fourth.
Actually, they'll say he picked up her first.
I guess they didn't give her one in the first half, as Smucker's shot just barely clips the front iron, almost an air ball.
Still another opportunity for the Lady Trojans to take back the lead here.
Smucker's second one had an air ball as well as for Kelly Walsh, now 5 of 10 from the free throw line. As Smucker looks over at her coach. Just got to get a little more legs into it. 28's 1:20 left here in this third quarter. It was a 10-point lead for Central at the 5-minute mark, and Kelly Walsh has erased it. The second time they've erased the lead as Bolts nearly has it taken away by Spangler. Jones has the basketball at the top. She's going to be called for a double dribble.
Again, mental miscues, turnovers are starting to at least affect the Central High team.
12 turnovers to 15 for Kelly Walsh. Central quickly adding up in the turnover column as Fagenbush nearly takes that one away, knocks it out of play, out of the arms of Struby. Smucker to inbound it for Kelly Walsh, goes to the backcourt to Spangler, who will walk it across the timeline. 1:05 left on our Pepsi scoreboard. We're still tied up at 28. Shell has it up high on the right wing. Skip pass over to Struby. As they look down low, Smucker has the bench yelling at her to post up. Screen over to Lloyd. Into the lane, it partially blocked. She grabs her own rebound and banks it in.
And just like that, the Lady Trojans now with the lead.
Their third lead tonight is Delbridge will walk it across the timeline. It's now a 12-0 run for Kelly Walsh. Fagenbush, three-pointer too strong. Smucker comes up with a rebound. Spangler will slow it down as she hears her coach Tuami letting her know we're one shot as Bolts will get called for the reach-in.
So that'll be team's 5th foul called on the Lady Indians.
And
for Bolts, it'll be her second foul.
Second. Shell to inbound it. We'll throw it into the backcourt, and Struby's not going to be able to run it down. Shell literally just threw that out of play. Struby and Shell miscommunication, I would say there, Nick.
Crashing right into the scores table, at least on the right-hand side, thankfully.
Well, and so Shell's run into the stands a couple of times down to the scoreboard, as we'll see Fernio come in.
But if
for Stoltz.
If you're the head coach for Casper Kelly Walsh, you got to love that effort, though, of what she's trying to do, of trying to save that ball.
Fernio with the right hand dribble will slow it down. 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Central trying to stop this 12-0 run. Try to tie it up with the bucket. Jones with the basketball goes to Delbridge on the left wing. 10 seconds left. Delbridge in the lane, kick out. Fagenbush, she'll put up another three. It's going to be an air ball and saved by Jones. And it looks like it's going to be last touched by Jones with 2.2 seconds left. Kelly Walsh will have the basketball as Fernio will come out for Stoltz. A quick defensive change there.
Yeah, so for the Lady Trojans, an opportunity, 2.2 seconds left here in the third to put up a prayer.
Pass comes in, Smucker has it, puts up the half-court shot, and it's going to be short. But Kelly Walsh will take the lead going into the fourth quarter. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Kelly Walsh outscoring Central in that third quarter, 12-4. And
here's the interesting thing. At halftime, Central had a 6-point lead. Going into that third quarter, there was a point for about 3 minutes. They were up by double digits, up by 10 points over the Lady Trojans. Here we are heading into the fourth, and Kelly Walsh has a 2-point lead. It was pretty much the wheels kind of fell off the wagon for the Lady Indians there for the majority of the third quarter.
Delbridge, Fernio, Jayla Jones, Fagenbush, and Bolts on the floor for Central. Struby, Shell, Hadley, Lloyd, Corinne Caruth, and Spangler. Starting 5 on the floor for Kelly Walsh. Jones has the basketball, going into the lane, puts up the right-hand shot. No, it's a nice pass to Fagenbush. They're going to say no, it was a... They're going to say 3 seconds by Fagenbush. So even when they score, they don't score.
Another missed opportunity for the Lady Indians there to put up points.
It's been 5 minutes and 15 seconds since the last bucket for Central. It's been a 12-0 run for Kelly Walsh in that time. Struby has it, 15-footer, too strong. Fernio grabs the rebound. Just her second rebound tonight. Fernio across the timeline, lob pass to Jones. Lou almost loses control of it, kicks it out to Delbridge. Into the lane, kick out. Bolts fakes the shot, dribbling with the left hand, goes to Delbridge. Delbridge dribbles right into a crowd of Kelly Walsh defenders. Fernio, spin move, kick out to Fagenbush, into the lane, puts up the right-hand shot. She's fouled on the way up by Hadley Lloyd. Her second, the team second.
Yeah, team second here in the second half for Casper Kelly Walsh.
This will be free throw attempt number 5 and 6 for Central.
And these are crucial free throws right now for Fagenbush to get Central back into this game.
Fagenbush, first one, climbs in through the back iron, her first points tonight.
And it officially ends that 12-0 run for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Still have not hit a shot from the field, though, since that 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Fagenbush, second one, will tie up the ball games and climbs to the front rim. We'll see Jordan Jones back in, so that's a good sign for Coach Fagenbush, or sorry, for Coach Kirkbright, as Fagenbush takes a seat with her 2 points that ties the ball game. Spangler with the basketball, goes to the right wing to Struby as Lloyd looking to seal down low. High screen and roll between Shell and Caruth. Shell's been awfully quiet tonight, just 3 points. She had a 3-pointer in the third quarter. Into the side goes Struby. She gets the pass over to Lloyd. On the way up, she's fouled, though, by Fernio. And I misspoke. I said Shell only had 3 points. She did go 1 for 2 at the line.
So Jones is going to pick up a foul right there.
Jayla Jones, and that's the sixth team.
16, second foul called on Jaylee Jones here in this contest.
Well, if you're going to foul someone, of course, I was just going to say, if you're going to foul someone, foul Hadley Lloyd. She's 27% from the free throw line, but she hits her first.
Well, she proved numbers are almost a lie.
Right, obsolete, especially early on in the season, as Lloyd will hit both. And both of them look like she's been doing it for years. She's got 8 points, 32-30. Kelly Walsh retakes the lead. Kelly Walsh had the lead against Cheyenne East in the fourth quarter, and it was East coming up with a big few minutes as Jones is fouled on the entry, or on the drive. She's fouled by Caruth, her third, team third. But as we were saying, Kelly Walsh had a lead late in the fourth quarter. It took some great defense that turned into quick offense for the Lady Thunderbirds. Central needs that same thing here. Fernio inbounds it to Delbridge. Shell out on her, looking to go baseline, but then runs into Jayla Jones. Bolts with the basketball, will slow it down. Dribbling with the right hand, dribble handoff to Jordan Jones. Now she's in the lane with the left hand, gets around Hadley Lloyd and lays it in with the right hand. There's the first shot from the field for Central, as Jones still hobbling a little bit across the timeline.
6 minutes it took for Central to put up a field goal.
Spangler with the basketball. We're tied up at 32. Shell has it on the left wing. Good seal down low, but Spangler's left open for 3. She knocks it in, her second one tonight. She's got 6 big points. It's a 3-point lead with 6 minutes left for Kelly Walsh. Fernio spin moves right into Lloyd. Jones with the basketball, gets around Lloyd or through Spangler, lays it in for 2. They're gonna have to switch that man as Jones is having no issue getting around Lloyd. A 1-point lead for Kelly Walsh, but Lloyd on the backside is blocked by Jones, but a foul is called and Hadley Lloyd will go to the line to shoot 2.
As Kelly Walsh is in the bonus right now, as that's team 7th foul called on Central.
Lloyd with 2 for 2 her last time down at the charity stripe. As a team, they're shooting 7 of 12.
And that foul, as you mentioned again, on Jones. She'll pick up her second.
That one rattles in and out as Fagenbush and Salee will come in. Bolts and Jordan Jones will come out. Again, she's a little hobbled.
And I think Coach Kirkbride realizes that, of saying, hey, we give you a little bit of rest off of that ankle.
5:44 left on our Pepsi scoreboard. Kelly Walsh with the 35-34 lead with one more free throw coming from Hadley Lloyd, and that one rolls in, and we get a timeout called by Coach Tuami. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take one here as well. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. (36-34), Kelly Walsh with the lead. 5:44 left in this fourth quarter.
Here's something that you at least talked pregame, something with Coach Kirkbride is, and something that we've realized that this Central High Lady Indians defense is a very good product right now. This is where the offense is starting to find its groove again here in the fourth quarter. That defense really needs to step up and kind of squelch the Lady Trojans.
Fernio, Delbridge, Jayla Jones, Salee, and Fagenbush on the floor for Central. Caruth, Struby, Spangler, Lloyd, and Shell on the floor for Kelly Walsh. Jayla Jones with the basketball goes to Fagenbush at the top of the arc. Over to the right side, Fernio looking at again in the lane. 5 players converge on her. Her left-hand shot is off the right iron, and Caruth grabs the rebound. Her 5th one tonight as Shell gets it across the timeline. Kelly Walsh with a chance to expand on this 2-point lead. Struby kicks it over to Spangler. Looking down low, they're doing a good job in limiting Caruth's touches. Shell gets around Fagenbush, and she's going to be fouled on the way up. No, they're going to call it on the floor. The foul will be on Fagenbush, her 3rd, team 8th, but it'll be 1-1 for the best free throw shooter on Kelly Walsh. She's 1 for 2 tonight. As that one is a rare miss, it rolls in and out. So a big miss for Kelly Walsh.
A very
Delbridge
fortunate miss.
across the timeline, goes to Fagenbush. She fakes the three, rolls it over to Delbridge, nearly stolen away as there's a bad pass. Lloyd almost came up with that steal.
Here we are for Central on the offensive side. They were starting to find their groove. They need to get back into it again, get back, at least, if not tie this contest with Kelly Walsh.
Jones with the basketball. She'll hand it off to Fernio. With the left hand, will hand it off to her partner in crime, Bailey Delbridge. Bounce pass, Fagenbush. Took too long to get the shot off. Good closeout by Hadley Lloyd. Delbridge straight away will dribble with the left hand, kick out to Fernio with 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Left hand pass, no, she traveled before it. 14th turnover now for Central.
As the turnovers continue to mount for the Lady Indians.
Mackenzie Bolts will check in for Fernio. Shell will inbound it. Central back to the full court pressure. Jones nearly comes up with a steal. Caruth gets around her, almost traveled, and Salee able to grab the lob pass and save it. Get it over to Fagenbush. Her fourth steal tonight. Delbridge with the basketball, gets into the lane. Around Spangler, lays it in with the left hand. We're tied back up at 36. Delbridge with 5 points now. Spangler gets it across the timeline, goes to Struby on the right wing. Dribbling with the left hand, gets in the lane, tries to throw a pass over to Caruth, and they're going to say nobody touched it. It's the 17th turnover for Kelly Walsh as Jordan Jones will come back in.
It's also too slow to get up right now as her
sister, Jayla Jones. So you get one back, but you lose the other.
As they're going to call over to at least help her out as she's, again, looks like going to try and get up at least under her own power. It looks like an ankle issue.
Jayla Jones is second on this team in scoring with third on this team in scoring with 7 points a game. Her sister's been battling a little bit of ankle injury as well throughout this game. Between the two of them, they have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 points between the two of them.
22 out of the Central's 36 so far, as at least with Jones. Looks like she's walking under her own power, thankfully, and again, just looking to kind of stretch it out with the training staff here at Central.
I don't know if it was the ankle or maybe if it was the hamstring, because she was trying to do those little high leg kicks, trying to stretch out the hamstring. Bolts will inbound it for Central, as Central has a chance to retake the lead. They had a 10-point lead in this one. It was a 12-0 run for Kelly Walsh that gave Kelly Walsh the lead, and they haven't relinquished it since. It's just been tied once. Bolts with the basketball, goes with the right hand, kick out. Fagenbush puts up the three. It's going to be an air ball. And luckily for her, Delbridge grabs the rebound. She doesn't take the open three, does Fagenbush. Will go to Jones. Jones into the lane, fakes the pass, gets around with the right hand lay-in. And for Jordan Jones, she's coming off the bench on fire, 38-36.
Well, you got to love that from Jordan Jones. Again, kind of with the hobbling will right there. Great move on the inside.
Shell with the basketball, Delbridge out high on her, and Delbridge has done a great job on Danny Lynn Shell tonight. Just 4 points for a player averaging 12 on the season. Spangler with the basketball. She's hit a couple of threes tonight. Trying to tie this game up with a bucket, take the lead with a three. Shell loses her dribble, bounce pass down low. Caruth jumps up high. Her shot's partially blocked, but Lloyd's there with the rebound, and she's fouled on the way up.
So that'll be team's ninth foul called on Central. So next, at least, foul call will be double bonus time for Casper Kelly Walsh.
That's 4 fouls now on Fagenbush, as Lloyd will go to the line to shoot 2. She's 3 for 4 on the night.
So I'll put Coach Kirkbride in action, at least looking down his bench of who needs to come in for our Eileen.
We'll see if Jayla comes in. Well, Fernio's at the bench as Lloyd hits the first.
And that's who will be coming in for Fagenbush.
38-37, Lloyd with one more free throw coming, a chance to tie it up. Lloyd puts it up, it's off the left iron, and Fernio grabs the defensive rebound. With the basketball is Bolts for Central, as the Lady Indians have a 1-point lead. Delbridge gets around Shell and lays it in. Delbridge starting to feel it from the lane as she gets around Shell now, 2 of the last 3 possessions.
How about cutting through the Kelly Walsh defense right there by Delbridge?
It's a full timeout called by Coach Sarah Tuami. It's a 1-minute timeout here for us as well. You're watching and listening. High school basketball on 1480 KRAE. 40-37 our score. Central with the lead. Kelly Walsh with the basketball. As out of that timeout, Jayla Jones will come back in. It's Bolts, Delbridge, Jones sisters, and Fernio. It's the starting 5 on the floor for Kelly Walsh: Spangler, Shell, Struby, Caruth, and Lloyd.
And it's definitely good to see Jayla Jones back out again. It looked like a bit of a leg cramp, but thankfully back out there for Central High.
Spangler with the basketball, puts up the 3 to tie the ball game, and she got it. Her third 3 tonight. She's got 9 points. 2:30 left, and we're tied up. Fernio looking to go coast to coast over Caruth, and she'll be fouled. The shot was too strong. It's a blocking call on Corinne Caruth, who picks up her 4th.
Her 4th, team's 4th for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Fernio went 1 for 2 the last time at the line. Again, 65% free throw shooter. Just going to be the 7th and 8th free throw attempt for Central.
Chance for them to take back the lead.
For Kelly Walsh, they have 17 free throw attempts as Fernio hits the first one. Smucker will come in for Caruth with 2:26 left. It's a 1-point lead for Central, with Fernio having 1 more free throw coming. Fernio with the right-hand shot as she bends at the knees, grabs that one through the front back iron, climbs it in through the back iron. She goes 2 for 2. The lead back up to 2 for Central as they're in the full court pressure. Spangler having a big game, gets it over to Lloyd across the timeline. Shell, she's open, will drive through the lane and blocked by Jayla Jones. Fernio grabs the loose ball. Comes up to Delbridge, back to Jayla Jones with the block and the running, and I think she's scrapping again. But great job by Jones, coming up with the block and the steal, and then Fernio will pick up the foul. But you gotta admire the hustle from Jayla Jones.
You got to admire, again, the offensive, defensive effort by Jayla Jones in this contest. Again, getting the monster block and then all the way down. And again, at least now extending out the lead for Central High.
Smucker will go to the line to shoot 2. Last 2 times at the line, 2 air balls as Salee will come in after this first free throw attempt, probably coming in for Jones. It looked like she may have been cramping up again. That one a little bit longer, but too long as it rolls in and out.
I do want to mention that, at least for Casper Kelly Walsh, they are in the double bonus for the remainder of this contest. Again, 2:03 left here in the 4th.
Caruth will come in for Hadley Lloyd. As Jones can't state it enough. She comes up with the huge block and then runs the floor, beats everybody down there, and Fernio found her. Smucker trying to cut this lead to 3, and she does, as she goes 1 for 2 that time down at the stripe. Fernio with the basketball, dribbles with the right hand. 2 minutes left here in this 4th quarter. It's a turnover. Smucker grabs the loose ball, grabs the steal. Fernio went to pass it to Delbridge, and she wasn't paying attention.
And another miscue by Central here. Another opportunity for points, at least on the board, for Casper Kelly Walsh.
And points on the board without the time running. It's a double bonus. It's a triple bonus if you want to think about it. You get the 2 free throws plus the no time being run off.
Absolutely. And something that Coach Kirkbride and Central High does not want to see right now.
Smucker's first free throw attempt is short.
That's something you do want to see. However, again, the brick off the front iron right there by Casper Kelly Walsh.
Well, if you're going to have somebody at the line, Smucker's not a bad one for the Lady Indians to see there. Second one from Smucker is a lot longer, but this time it's still off the front iron. Jones grabs her 5th rebound tonight. Jordan Jones across the timeline will go to Fernio. 1:45 left in the 4th quarter. 3-point lead for Central. Bolts fakes the shot, goes driving baseline, and passes it right to Shell. Shell will pick up just her first steal tonight, and Spangler dribbles through 2 Lady Indians as they collide. Spangler will slow it down, though, and give it to Shell. 16 turnovers for Central as Caruth grabs it, misses her shot. It's last touched by Fernio, though. A rare miss on a high percentage shot by Corinne Caruth, as Lloyd will come in for Smucker, and Jayla Jones will come in for Bolts.
Good defensive effort by Central, but the bad news is it's still Casper Kelly Walsh's ball here on this end.
Inbound play, and down by 3 is Kelly Walsh. Kick out to Struby, almost went between her legs. She doesn't have her dribble anymore, at least she's not trying to dribble. Lloyd has it on the right wing, kicked up top to Spangler. 1:15 left on our Pepsi scoreboard. Central 44, Kelly Walsh 41. Shell driving baseline, kick out. Struby on the right wing. Goes down low to Caruth, puts up the double pump around Jordan Jones and lays it in for 2. You got a 1-point lead for Central. Fernio across the timeline. We're under a minute now in the 4th quarter. Delbridge with the basketball, goes to Salih, fakes the shot, kick out to Delbridge, fakes it, gets into the lane, puts up the right hand, shot and rolls in! Delbridge with 6 big 4th quarter points brings the lead back to 3.
Splitting that Lady Trojans defense once again.
Struby, left hand, she quickly scores and a timeout called by Coach Tuami. It's going to be, I believe, a 30-second. So we'll take a quick 30-second timeout here as well. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. (46-45), Central with the lead, 41.3 seconds left. Delbridge with 6 really big 4th quarter points, 6 of her 9 coming in this 4th quarter.
It's something I mentioned in pregame. It's something that we kind of alluded to in this contest. Both teams, it's something that you mentioned with the stats. It was anticipated to be a close matchup, and here we are against Central with a 1-point lead, 41.3 seconds left in this contest.
Kelly Walsh will set up in a full court pressure. Fernio, Salih, Delbridge, Jones, and Jones. And Jayla Jones has the basketball. Central needs to get it across the timeline and play a game of keep away or try to get fouled. Fernio almost turned it over. Delbridge with the basketball, and Kelly Walsh needs to foul. They have 2 fouls to give even, and nobody's fouling even though Coach Tuami's screaming for someone to foul. Fernio into the lane. She puts up the right-hand shot and grabs her own rebound. That's a huge shot and one that was ill-advised by Fernio, and Struby will grab her and pick up the foul. They still have another one to give. Oh, did they just gave her a flagrant foul. And Delbridge.
They will, yeah. That's crucial right there. That is huge for Cheyenne Central. Take advantage of this.
That's free throws and the basketball. And
Yep.
They called it on Spengler.
11.2 seconds left in this contest.
Delbridge, first free throw attempt, rolls in. 44% on the season.
And we're up close on that play, and at least
that was right in front of us.
Right in front of us, it did look like it was a little aggressive on that foul.
Second one by Delbridge, rolls it in. It's a 3-point lead. Central will have the basketball. For Kelly Walsh, they still have 2 fouls to give. Or sorry, 1 more foul to give, so they have to foul right away if they can't get the steal. Delbridge gets the inbound, goes to the baseline. They're still not trying to foul. This time Caruth will foul Salih.
Again, another hard push foul by Casper Kelly Walsh. It's something that almost possibly not remembering that they just got called for the fray.
And for Caruth, that'll be her 5th. She'll foul out.
Team 6th foul for Casper Kelly Walsh. Coach right now,
yeah,
at least
you get 25 seconds to bring in a sub.
And that's what they're going to do right now, is kind of milk that time right now as coach is watching that clock.
Well, it's 25 in college. It may be a minute in high school. As Smucker will come in.
Yeah, now we'll get back into action.
So 6 team fouls now for Kelly Walsh as Caruth. She'll foul out with 8 points and 5 rebounds.
So no longer a foul to give for Casper Kelly Walsh.
And they'll have to foul right away if they can't get the inbound steal. Jones grabs the basketball, hands it off to Fernio, and Struby will foul Fernio with 4.8 seconds left. For Struby here first, team 7th. For Fernio, you have to knock down this first one. You knock down this first one, the game's put on ice.
It's a 2-possession contest right now, or at least if we are to make 1 free throw.
Fernio's free throw attempt, it's no good. Grabbed by Lloyd. Kelly Walsh has a chance. Spangler with the basketball, and a timeout called by Coach Tuami with 2 seconds left. We'll keep it right here, Nick. It's a big miss, and I think for Central, they must have forgotten that was a one-on-one because nobody went for the ball. Really, both teams forgot it.
Yeah,
like.
both teams, again, after dealing with that kind of brief timeout to get the substitution in, it was, again, another mental miscue by both of these teams. But now for Central, this is kind of finger-biting, at least time right now. It's nail-biting moment right there where 2 seconds left. Kelly Walsh has the basketball. They're going to inbound it on their at least half of the court.
For 2 seconds, you have enough to dribble once, maybe even twice, and shoot it.
Yeah, 2 seconds. You have enough to put up that prayer shot to possibly, again, best shot right now for Casper Kelly Walsh. So they need to hit that 3 and tie up this ball game.
Now, the one positive thing for Central here is you cannot lose the game right now unless you foul a shooter. And we've seen people foul jump shooters at the end of quarters all too many times.
We already saw it in this contest with Jayla Jones where she hit the
Absolutely.
3 and got the and 1 on that, the basically old-fashioned 4. But right now, here it is. That Central High Lady Indians defense, they need to be key.
They're set up. Shell is down on the left block. Look for her to get a stagger screen, I would think, and a chance to catch and shoot. Struby will inbound it. The pass will come into Shell. 2 on her. It's blocked, and Delbridge grabs a loose ball, and that's the final horn. So a hard-fought battle for Central. They will win this one 48-45 over Casper Kelly Walsh. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and have some stats for you. We'll see if Coach Kirkbride will join us now or halftime, who knows. But we'll get you ready for the boys game as well. A 2-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. A 48-45 win for the Central Lady Indians. They had to do a little catch-up in that fourth quarter, Nick. A nice little 20-15 score in that fourth quarter. As we said, they had, as Coach Kirkbride said, they've had lulls throughout the season within a game, and well, luckily for them, they picked it up at the right time.
Yeah, that was certainly one contest there where we saw peaks and valleys by Cheyenne Central, but also too from Casper Kelly Walsh. But fortunately, at least for the Lady Indians, they did pick up the close win. It was a nail-biter throughout that entire contest. There were points where we were worried that it was getting out of hand for Central High Lady Indians, but thankfully, again, they now move on, at least regular season, they moved to 7-1 for Casper Kelly Walsh. They're going to move to 3-3 overall.
Yeah, and for Central, I'm sure if I told Coach Kirkbride, you're going to suffer a 12-0 run and a 10-0 run, but you'll still win the game. I'm sure he wouldn't believe
he would look at you
He would
if
think
you
I
got
was
something
crazy.
growing out of your head or something.
Yeah.
But I think, again, hopefully we will hear those sentiments from Coach Kirkbride coming up, again, hopefully at half of the boys contest where, again, you could tell that both teams struggled a bit. You could tell that they had a little bit of the Christmas break rust and trying to get over that with the mental miscues, the turnovers, again, the fits of kind of the peaks and valleys of offense and defense between both teams.
Let's take a look at our final stats from our ladies game. For Kelly Walsh, they committed 17 turnovers. They were 10 of 21, probably a mark that Coach Sarah Tuami will look at in this game, as 10 of 21 is well below their season average, which they shoot 54%. They were led by Hadley Lloyd with 10 points, 9 points for Kylie Spangler. She was 3 of 5 from behind the arc. 8 points for Corinne Caruth, who had a foul trouble the whole night. 6 for Sarah Struby. Just 4 points for Nanalyn Shell, who averages 12 on the season. 3 for Josette Mowers off the bench. You had 3 for Jayla Jones off the bench, and then Smucker, she added 1 herself. For Coach Glenn Kirkbride and the Lady Indians, as Nick said, moved to 7-1 on the season. They committed 16 turnovers. They were 8 of 11 from the free throw line. A very good night from the free throw line. They were led by Jordan Jones off the bench. She had 16 points. Her sister had 10. And then it was Bailey Delbridge with 11 points, 8 of them coming in the fourth quarter. Fernio chipped in with 7. Ireland Fagenbush added 2. Nick, to be honest, I'd probably say the one thing, if you're Coach Kirkbride, minus the fact that they did have the ebbs and flows with the offense, but you'd like to see more scoring spread out. They only had 5 different scorers tonight.
Well, again, a contest that was where offense was very hard to come by for Central. It came in fits, it came in runs. I think for Coach Kirkbride right now, where, again, it came off of those starters, yes, it might be a little troublesome once you get into at least a quadrant play, once you kind of get in the thick here of 2019. But for right now, I think for Coach Kirkbride, he's going to, not to kind of talk out of line or at least speak for him, I think he's going to be happy of at least what he got out of the players that he did see tonight in the contest. So, but right now, obviously, again, this is a team that's going to grow into itself. It's a team that has many more contests ahead of it until at least kind of postseason or at least regional time coming up in March.
We'll take another 2-minute timeout and have the starters for tonight's matchup between Kelly Walsh and Central, the boys game, right after, again, this 2-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house where both boys teams are getting warmed up. And as far as this next matchup goes, before we get to that, we'd like to once again thank our sponsors that allow us to bring you high school basketball on 1480 KRAE.
I'd like to thank Baskin Robbins, Cheyenne State Bank, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Chick-fil-A, Shine Auto Repair and Service, the Gill Window Company, Best Western Plus Frontier in Little Philly, Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service, Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, again, as they are the sponsor for the Taco John's Invite, again, happening today, tomorrow, and Saturday here in the city of Cheyenne. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, First Tier Bank, Big Apple Bagels, and the Cheyenne Stampede. Also, too, would like to thank Pepsi of Cheyenne, who sponsors our Pepsi scoreboard, which again was on the winning side for the Central High Lady Indians as they defeat Casper and Kelly Walsh, the Lady Trojans, in a few minutes ago. Medicap Pharmacy, also too, Kia of Cheyenne, Lennox Auto Body, the Breadbasket Bakery, First Education Federal Credit Union, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, B&B Appliance and TV, Capital Lumber Company, Halliday Motors, and McGee Hernan Pies LLP.
Well, let's first take you through the starting lineup for the Kelly Walsh Trojans. Their head coach is Randy Roden. They come in at 4-1. They one loss against Cheyenne East, which we had a couple weeks ago. Their starters will be their guard at number 2, senior guard number 2, Ross Padilla, averaging 5 points a game. Then it's the senior forward number 3, Davion McAdam, 21 points a game for him. Senior forward number 5, Brooks Browning, 2.5 points. Then Sage Coventry, 8.5 points, a senior guard. And then their big center, Connor Schopp, 8 points, 5 rebounds a game for him. What we'll do is we'll take a final 2-minute timeout for our pregame here and get you the starting lineup for the Central Indians after this 2-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house as we're about to get underway for the boys game against Kelly Walsh Trojans and the Central Indians. Let's take you through the starters. Forward head coach Tag Lane and his Central Indians coming in at 5-1. It'll be a senior guard, number 3, Blaine Lyman, a junior guard, number 5, Ryan Stampley, senior forward / guard, number 12, Thomas Burke, senior guard, number 23, Tanner Weinberger. He's the one that transferred from South High School. And then the sophomore big man standing at 6. They have him listed at 6'11". He's pretty dang close to that.
Just call him tall.
Yeah, Lawson Lovering. Lovering averaging 17 points a game. He leads this team. Weinberger 7 points, Burke 6, Stampley 3, and Lyman 9 points. This is a team that shoots really well. Both these teams shoot really well. For Kelly Walsh, 44% from the field, 33 from behind the arc, 73 from the charity stripe. For Central, 46% from the field, 32 from behind the arc, 70 from the free throw. Just like in our women's game, a lot of similarities.
It's a lot of similarities. Again, another contest where we expect it to be a very close one as well. It's pretty much, it's almost, you can equivalent to what we see in the football ranks of whoever has the ball last might be winning this ball game here tonight. But again, at least good crowd on hand. At least, again, a lot of faithful here for the Cheyenne Central Indians on hand here at the Fieldhouse of Cheramond. Hopefully get them that 6th win here in the 2018-2019 campaign.
It will be Kelly Walsh in their road greens with the white numbers. For Central, it'll be the home whites with the red numbers, black trim, and red along the side. Central will be going right to left across your radio dial and your screen. It'll be Lovering and Coventry in the center circle. And like I said, Lovering may be 6'11", but he probably is pushing 150, soaking wet.
He's going to have the clear height advantage over every player on the court today.
And he wins that one so strong, Stampley has to run it underneath his own basket to grab it. So Central will start with the possession. High screen from Lovering. Stampley on the right wing will go to Burke as they look to go down low to Lovering to get him a touch, and an offensive foul on Thomas Burke. He stuck out the leg on Coventry. It'll be his first, team first.
Yeah, team first called on Central, so picking up a quick early foul here in this contest.
Padilla with the basketball, dribbling with the right hand, is waiting for somebody to flash on the wing. He'll go to McAdam on the right side. McAdam with the basketball, dribbling with the right hand with Lyman out on him. Coventry straight away with Weinberger up top. McAdam went off for 26 points against Cheyenne East when we had him 2 weeks ago. With the basketball on the right hand, goes between the legs, will pick up the ball and then lose control. Browning has it. They're sagging way off on defense against him, as that's going to be a pass that goes in the backcourt. A turnover for Kelly Walsh as Browning shakes his head in frustration on the pass.
It looked like Casper Kelly Walsh there as well, almost got away with the travel call. So either way, though, turnover and at least perfect opportunity for Central to put points on the board.
Ball never lies, some would say, as we got another foul. This one's going to be on Shop, his first, team first.
So as fouls are even between these two teams.
Lyman to inbound and underneath. Will go over to Burke and then hands it off to Lyman, looking to try to go for a quick shot. He had his pass taken away, but he's able to regain possession. Stampley with the basketball, goes Lovering at the top. Lovering not afraid to shoot the 3 ball as well, as the tall man loves to try to extend the inside game of the opponents. Stampley with the basketball. Central resets and staying patient on offense. Lovering, his first touch tonight, will kick it over to Stampley. Trying to drive on Padilla. We'll have to kick it out to the right wing to Burke. Lob pass down low. Lovering with the easy 2-and-1. Nice inbound, nice entry pass from Thomas Burke. And the foul's on Padilla.
Again, a lot of teams are finding out of, again, the height that Lawson Lovering does have. Again, trying to reach over and trying to strip that ball. It's not going to happen.
82% free throw shooter, nothing but net. That's his 39th free throw. He's 32 of 39, so he's showing that he has a well-rounded game as well. It's a 3-0 lead for Central.
He's definitely not a player you can pull a hack-a-shack on.
That's right. Coventry on the left elbow, kick out to Shop. He'll put up a 3-ball over Lovering off the front iron. Browning grabs the offensive rebound. With it, McAdam, his first shot attempt's a long 2, and that rolls in. So McAdam gets the first 2 points for Kelly Walsh, 3-2 the score. McAdam showing a little frustration on the other side. He's going to slap the floor. Lovering with the basketball. He's double teamed and it's turned over. Padilla comes up with the steal, the first turnover of the night for Central. McAdam with the basketball, has 2 on him, kicks out to Padilla. Coventry screaming for the basketball. Will go to McAdam in the right corner, right in front of Coach Tag Lane. Dribbling with the left hand, gets into the lane, puts up the right hand shot off the left iron, grabs his own rebound, puts it up over Lovering for 2. And a officials timeout called. As McAdam has 4 points and Kelly Walsh has their first lead tonight. Lovering upset with himself, allowing the offensive possession.
As Tag Lane's going to go out on the court right now, and they're going to at least tend to a player right now.
Looks like Stanfleet's coming up limping as we'll see our first substitution. It'll be freshman number 15, Nathaniel Talich. And you can hear him getting some applause from the student section. Maybe an early fan favorite for the freshman who will be running the point for Central. Dribbles with the left hand, goes to Lovering on the left wing. Kick out to Weinberger, lob pass down low to Burke. Burke lays it up and in for 2. 5-4 the lead for Central. Weinberger with the assist.
Yeah, we saw that a lot of him at least last year doing that for the Fighting Bison, now with the Central High Indians.
Coventry gets in the lane, kick out to Padilla on the right corner. Talich out on top. Both teams playing a man defense to start. Coventry left wing 3, air ball, rebound will be out of play as Talich went to box out Browning from grabbing it.
But a good effort by Browning. He was trying to at least save that inbounds play for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Weinberger will have the basketball and walk it across the timeline as he looks at Coach Lane for the call. High screen and roll from Lovering, a moving screen. Yep, he got Lovering. Lovering never stayed set, and because of that, it makes it an easy call for the official, his first team second.
And something to point out again with Lawson Lovering, he's just only a sophomore again, still a young, at least body out there for Coach Tag Lane, still kind of learning, at least a learning process for him.
McAdam into the lane, kick out to Shop. He puts up the 15-footer, rolls in and out and back in. Connor Shop picks up 2, McAdam with the assist. 6'5", Kelly Walsh retakes the lead. And what stinks on that illegal screen, Weinberger cashed that deep 3. Down low, Lawson with the basketball, right hand shot too strong over Shop. The rebound will come to McAdam as we're gonna have a line change for Kelly Walsh next whistle. McAdam into the lane, puts up the shot, it's blocked by Lovering and he grabs the loose ball. Lovering averaging a block per game, so gets it there. Lyman with the basketball, working on Coventry. Left hand pass to Weinberger. Down low, Lovering with 2 on him and he gets it up and in anyway. Nice pass by Weinberger, her second assist, 7-6 the score as Lovering has 5 to start off.
Again, finding the big body on the inside and just getting the easy putback for Lawson.
Talich up high on the defense. Coventry with the basketball, trying to get around Weinberger. Weinberger meets up with him at the free throw line. Browning for 2. It's off the left iron, and the rebound comes to Weinberger for Central. A lot of fast-paced action. Gonna have to get back and defend quickly. Lyman with the basketball, gets around Coventry. Left hand lay it up and in. Good strong take by Lyman. 9-6 the score in favor of Central. Lyman has his first 2 points tonight.
For the Indians, trying to extend out that lead right now against Casper Kelly Walsh.
Padilla has it on the right wing as now Central's in a 2-3 zone. Coventry with the basketball, goes to Shop, into the paint, kick out to Browning, he'll drive it, kick out, Padilla with the 18-footer, nothing but nets. Assist to Padilla as Padilla picks up his first 2 points, 9-8 the score. 3:05 left on the Pepsi scoreboard in this first quarter. Lyman driving, now will stop behind the back dribble, will kick it out to Burke, up high. Again, they're trying to get it to Lovering down low, who has the height advantage. I don't think he has the size advantage on Connor Shop, though. And a timeout called by Coach Tag Lane, as we'll have a plethora of substitutions, and we'll get those for you after.
We're waiting at least for the timeout.
30-second timeout. Delay a game warning, but it's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one here as well on 1480 KRAE. 2:47 left in the first quarter. Central with a 9-8 lead. Dawson McCleary and the Storbo twins come in for Central. It's Lyman with a deep three. It's short, and it's rebounded by Bradley. Bradley, Fanto, and Cade Marsh come in for Kelly Walsh. They're on the floor with Shop and McAdam. The three-ball attempt is short, and Brady Storbo comes up with the rebound. Again, we have more twins out on the floor. Luckily, they have different haircuts, make it easy to see who's who. With the basketball is McCleary over to Talich. Talich picks up his dribble after one dribble, and now looking for someone, bounces it down low. It's Brady Storbo who gets it up and in and one. Fouls on Shop.
As we'll see more substitutions eventually come in for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Well, Shop's going to have to come out. He's got two. Browning comes in. And for Kelly Walsh, it's Coventry coming in for McAdam, and Stampley back in for Talich.
Kelly Walsh, team's third foul called here in the first quarter. And still shooting time, at least Storbo looking for the and one opportunity as we're still getting substitutions in. As it looks like Weinberger coming back in.
Weinberger will come in for Lyman. It's Brady Storbo at the line. He shoots 65% on the season, and he hits that one nothing but net. 3 points for him. It's a 4-point lead for Central, their largest tonight. Bradley with the basketball. He'll run the point now with Fanto with it against this 2-3 zone Central defense. Coventry in the corner. Dribbles with the left hand, trying to find a skip pass. Instead, will just kick it up top to Marsh, who will then throw it over to Bradley in the wing. He's cut off by Brock Storbo in the middle. Browning turnaround jumper is short. Coventry tried to grab the rebound. It's going to be escorted out of play by Ryan Stampley.
Good defensive effort by the Indians.
So you have Brock Storbo, who's number 22, and Brady Storbo, who's 20. One's got long hair, that's Brady. The other one's got short hair, that's Brock.
If you're taking notes at home, folks.
Right. Weinberger, his first three-ball attempt is long. The rebound comes to McCleary. McCleary kick out to Storbo. Now on the right wing to Stampley. Back to Brock Storbo. Weinberger with the basketball. Coventry not giving him a lot of space. And it's stolen away by Coventry as he just picked the pocket. Lob pass to Fanto. Fanto can't run it down.
A little too long and strong on that pass. Causes a Kelly Walsh turnover. Another opportunity to put points on the board for the Indians.
Both teams with 2 turnovers in this first quarter. 1:10 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. 12-8 Central with the lead over Kelly Walsh. Stampley with the basketball for the Indians. Weinberger with the basketball will go to Stampley on the left wing. Stampley trying to drive, and he's going to be too much contact by Bradley. And for Michael Bradley, his first team fourth.
These fouls now starting to mount up for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Weinberger will inbound it to Brock Storbo. Stagger screen, but it's not given to Weinberger. Stampley goes into the lane, puts up the shot. It's blocked hard by Bradley, and he grabs the loose ball. Bradley will slow it down, now skip past to Coventry. Picked up late, and it's going to be a block call as Coventry went on the way up.
So team's third foul for Central called.
This calls on Brady Storbo, his first, team third. That will send Coventry to the line, where he's 67% on the season. Both these teams shoot really well from the free throw line. Both 70 plus, as Coventry's first is nothing but net.
And I do believe for the Trojans, that's their first point in quite a while here in the first quarter. They've been kind of on a cold spell.
12-9 our score. As since McAdam's gone out, they haven't scored, and he's been out for a couple of minutes now as Coventry's second shot climbs through the front iron, hit twice off the front iron and rolled in. 12-10 the score, 39 seconds left on the Pepsi scoreboard in this first quarter. McCleary goes down low with the shot. It's partially blocked. It was Brady Storbo that went up with it. Coventry grabs the loose ball. Down low, stolen by Weinberger. Weinberger has it stolen away by Fanto as both teams are getting a little sloppy. That shot is blocked by Little Stampley, and it's Storbo to Storbo and one! Storbo flexing After a nice block by Stampley with the headman pass to Storbo, goes to his brother Storbo, and for Bradley, he picks up his second team fifth.
How about that? A little momentum change, or at least fired up this crowd after that sequence of plays by Central High. Gotta love it.
Brock will come out for Blaine Lyman. I think the officials went up to Brady Storbo and told them to cool it a little bit with the celebration.
Yeah, don't do a little too much taunting or else technical will be called.
Storbo puts it up and in as they're 3 for 3 to start as Central. They've gotten them all the and one variety, 15-10 the score with 13 seconds left. Lyman kicks that one out of play.
But at least from Brady Storbo, they were again doing a little flexing and at least getting that talking to as the ball's kind of rolling well out of range here in the field house. But again, you can see the raw emotions again kind of feeding off this crowd right there. Again, sequence of plays that was phenomenal for the Central High Indians.
Yeah, and for Stampley, who is listed at 5'7", he got way up for the block shot. Full court pressure for Central.
Hops.
Coventry with Weinberger on his hip will get him off, and now Padilla will set it up for one. Stampley almost comes up with the steal. Padilla into the lane, too much contact.
So that'll be team.
Foul will be on.
That'll be Stampley, so he'll pick up his first, team's fourth for Central.
And now we got a delay game warning on both teams as this one's on Kelly Walsh. So now no more delaying of games or there's going to be technical foul shots.
And as Central picked up at least a warning earlier.
Coventry, deep three, it's an air ball. And after 1 quarter of play, it's Central 15, Kelly Walsh 10. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Some emotion for Central after a big block by Stampley to really cap off a good, strong quarter for the Indians.
It certainly was. Again, that last second play right there, again, the block by little Ryan Stampley, which led to the Brady Storbo 2. Again, got this crowd, got this team at least fired up.
Padilla, Coventry, McAdam, Fanto, and Marsh on the floor for Kelly Walsh. It's the starting five on the floor for Central. Stampley, Weinberger, Burke, Lyman, and Lovering. A deep three from the left side by Padilla's nothing but net. Hit it over the hand of Stampley from the left corner. It's 15-13 the score in favor of Central.
Central not in a hurry to get across the timeline.
Lyman with the basketball on the right wing. Lawson Lovering, 5 points in that first quarter. Weinberger open for three. It's going to be off the, too long, off the right iron, and the long rebound will be last touched by Casper Kelly Walsh. We talked about it in the pregame with Coach Tag Lane with the shooting struggles, just 27% on the season. He's now 9 of 35, and there's a turnover. The fourth one for Central on the inbound pass.
And something you did not want to see out of the Indians, where you had an opportunity on the offensive side and let it slip through your fingers.
With the basketball is Fanto on the right wing. He's picked up by Weinberger as Central switches back to a man. McAdam working on Burke. Goes around two players, lifts it off the left iron, and the rebound will come to Stampley. Stampley across the timeline. Goes up to Lyman. It's blocked by Padilla, and the loose ball is grabbed by him. Padilla across the timeline goes to Coventry. Coventry into the low block on the left side. Padilla straight away. McAdam loses control, and it's stolen away by Weinberger. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be Central basketball.
Good effort, good recognition by Tanner Weinberger there.
Weinberger still looking for his first bucket tonight. He's 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Stampley, high screen from Lovering. He's making sure he comes set. Lovering's open for a second. It's a 2-3 zone or 3-2 zone now for Casper Kelly Walsh. Weinberger open for 3, goes down low. Nice catch by Lovering, and he'll lay it in with the right hand. Weinberger with a great feed. His 3rd assist tonight.
For Lawson, having that clear height advantage just makes that look easy.
McAdam trying to drive baseline around Burke, kicks it out to Padilla. He's fouled and one. Stampley tried to foul him before he went up, but he didn't. And for Padilla, he's got 7 with 1 coming.
I call that foul, at least I do believe, on Stampley. He'll pick up his 2nd, team's 5th.
Padilla 0 for 1 on the season from the free throw line, and make that 0 for 2 as that one rattles in and out. 17-15, Central with a 2-point lead. Burke with the basketball, goes up top to Weinberger, lob pass down low. Lovering jumps over everybody, then banks it in for 2. It's just too easy right now for Lawson Lovering, and for Weinberger, he's finding him with ease as well. Lead up to 4 as Padilla is open on the other side. His 3-ball attempt rolls in and out. A extra attempt for Kelly Walsh with Fanto grabbing the offensive rebound. Down low, Browning working on Lovering, kicks it out to Marsh. Up top, Browning open for 3 straight away. It's short, but the rebound will come to Padilla. Padilla puts up the 3. That one rattles in. 2 extra opportunities, and that gives Padilla 10 points.
For Kelly Walsh, again, hitting these 3s right now, just chipping away at that Central lead.
19-18, Kelly Walsh down 1 now. Stampley goes to Weinberger, extra pass to Burke in the corner as they look to work the perimeter, get it to Lovering down low. Browning giving up about 6 inches, it looks like, to Lovering. Backdoor pass to Lyman, he's there, lays it in. Nice pass by Weinberger. He's got 5 assists now, and Lyman picks up his 4 points. It's a full timeout called by Coach Randy Roden. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here as well. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. (21-18) with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Central with the lead, and they come out in a 2-3 zone. Storbo, it's Brady Storbo checks in for Central. Marsh with the basketball, goes to Fanto at the top as they look to popcorn the basketball around the perimeter. Browning has it on the right wing, kick out pass to Marsh, now short corner to Padilla. Kick out, right corner 3 for McAdam, rolls in. McAdam's got 7.
And as simple as that, now
we are tied.
Yeah, we are tied.
Talich checks in as well out of that timeout for Central. The freshman running the point for Coach Tag Lane.
You look at trends in one for Casper Kelly Walsh is they are hot right now from behind the arc, hitting just nonstop 3s right now.
Lyman gets into the lane, puts up the right hand floater, and McAdam will be called for the block, and he pops up, not excited about the call. Or maybe excited in a different manner.
He's going to try and shake that one off, but it is called on him. Team 6th foul for McAdam, his first.
Lyman, 67% on the season. He's 6 of 9 to start the 2018-19 campaign. Lyman's first one is good, as Dawson McCleary will come in for Tanner Weinberger. Lyman, 3 dribbles, and then one more, puts it up, and that one rattles in. So for Central, they start 5 of 5 tonight, 23-21. McAdam dribbles it across the timeline. For Kelly Walsh, Marsh goes to the right side to Fanto, nearly taken away by Lyman. Central will stick to his own 2-3 zone. Padilla has it at the top of the arc, going into the lane now, stops, hands it off to McAdam, fakes the shot. Still with it on the left wing with Brady Storbo on him. Marsh at the top with McCleary. Goes to McAdam, left wing, 3, nothing but nets. They're sizzling from deep, and now they have the lead.
It is unbelievable what the Trojans are doing right now from behind the arc.
That's their 4th three-pointer, and they're kind of going with the Golden State mentality. 3 is more than 2, and it's working right now because they're hitting. With the basketball is McCleary, dribbles with the right hand, kick over to Talich, extra pass to Lyman. Step back, 3-ball by Lyman, that one rolls in. Big answer for Blaine Lyman in Central as it leads back up to 2 for Lyman.
A great answer back by Central.
For Lyman, he has 9, averaging 9 on the season. McAdam with the basketball with Lyman up on him as now Central switches to a man defense. Browning kicks it out to Marsh, goes to Padilla. Padilla will get slowed down by Talich. Browning has it on the paint, goes with the right hand shot over Lovering, and the shot's too strong. Loving grabs his second rebound. Talich in transition, goes to McCleary. Lyman on the baseline. Dribble, handoff to Lovering, who spins around one and rolls it in.
Again, no one is blocking, no one is reaching for that ball once it's in Lawson Lovering's hand.
Lovering with 11. Coming into the game, averaging 17 a game. 28-24, Central with the lead. Its largest lead for Central is 4 points here. So it's been pretty close from the get. McAdam goes baseline, and it's going to be no shot as his shot was blocked by Lovering. They're going to get a reach-in foul on Blaine Lyman, his first, team 6th.
So for both teams, for Casper, Kelly Walsh, and Central, next foul call will be bonus time.
They actually called Lyman with the block, as we'll see Randy LaBoma, a junior, come in for Lawson Lovering. Sage Coventry will come in for Cade Marsh for Kelly Walsh, as Kelly Walsh will have the basketball underneath. Coventry gets the inbound in the corner, goes back to McAdam. He fakes the shot, then will put up the wide open 3, and he misses it. Maybe that's what you got to do, let him be wide open. Coventry grabs the offensive rebound, though, for Kelly Walsh, and then has it stolen away by Lyman. Talich, headman pass to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont will give it to Talich in the corner. Lyman at the top with Padilla up high on him, trying to cross over dribble. Padilla almost comes up with a steal. Talich with Coventry up top on him. They're trying to get Brock Storbo a chance down low. Lyman puts up the 3 with the hand in his face, and it doesn't matter. Central on fire from 3 now, mainly Blaine Lyman. He's got 12 on the night. 31-24, the 7-point lead, largest of the night.
Gotta love the answer back by Central of saying, hey, Casper, Kelly Walsh, any threes you can do, we're gonna do the same, if not better.
Lyman deflects the pass and almost grabs it from McAdam. Now it's out of play with 1:30 left in the second quarter. It's 31-24 on the Pepsi scoreboard in favor of Central. McAdam with Lyman up high on him, works around McAdam without an issue, or around Lyman without an issue, puts it up and in and one. Looks like Randy LeBeaumont will be the guilty party, his first team 7th.
So again, it will be bonus time for the Trojans of Kelly Walsh.
LeBeaumont will come out, Thomas Burke will come back in. For McAdam, 72% from the free throw line. He's been there 36 times, so this will be his 37th. His and one opportunity is short off the front iron, and Storbo grabs the rebound.
Again, you just kind of toss out those numbers right now out the window.
Yeah, that's the old announcer's jinx there, I guess you could say. Burke with the basketball goes up top to McCleary. McCleary running the point. He's used to that as he was a starting quarterback for the football team this year for Central. Talich with the basketball going inside to Lyman. Fakes the shot, puts up the right hand bank shot, short. Fanto grabs the rebound for Kelly Walsh. 31-26 the score. We're under 50 seconds here in the second quarter. High screen from Browning. He gets the ball back, won't shoot the open 3. Will go to Coventry. He won't shoot the open shot either. Padilla gets into the lane, puts up the right hand shot. It's blocked by Talich and then out of play. It will stay Kelly Walsh basketball. As you can see on the video screen, you can see Brady Storbo asking for a sub, but doesn't get it.
As he's a little gassed right now.
Padilla, kick out Fanto for three. It's going to be well long. Doesn't hit the iron. Doesn't even hit the iron, but McAdam grabs the rebound, and he'll be fouled on the way up.
So that'll be team's 8th foul called on Central.
Starbo will pick up his second, as my partner Nick said, 8th team, and McAdam will go to the line to shoot 2.
Already missed one, looking at least to miss another here.
That one's nothing but nets. Good try there, Nick.
Yeah, try to go, it was a reverse jinx.
Yeah. 31-27, a 4-point lead for Central. As Stampley will check in after this free throw if it's made. And it is. It climbs through the front iron.
You see Ryan Stampley come back in for Central.
Dawson McCleary will come out for the Indians. 31-28. There's 32 seconds left here in this second quarter on the Pepsi scoreboard. Stampley picks up his dribble, goes to Lyman. Lyman having the hot hand here in this second quarter. He's got 8 second quarter points. Stampley goes over to Storbo. Up high, 16 seconds left, as it looks like Central's trying to save it for one last shot. Talich with the basketball. McAdam up high on him, will switch him off. Lyman with it with 7 seconds left. Burke at the top, 4 seconds left. Talich, they need to get moving. Talich gets into the lane, puts up the right-hand shot. No foul call, it's an air ball. And Coach Taglane wants the foul called, and he won't get one. We'll go to the half. Central with a 31-28 lead. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. (31-28), Central with the lead at the break, and Nick, kind of some NBA type shooting we've seen here. A lot of 3 balls going down, and
kind of both teams, yeah, embracing that behind the arc, at least shooting so far. Again, we looked at Casper Kelly Walsh. They were heating up and chipping away at the lead for the Central Indians. And again, they got on top there a little bit, at least the tail end of the second quarter. But again, credit to Cheyenne Central, did not phase them one bit. They came back, especially on the offensive side. Again, someone that you'll talk about in the stats, but pulled up a few 3 shots in an answer back effort. And here we are right now with Central up by 3 points, leading 31-28. Again, this is as we anticipated, as what we saw in the girls action beforehand, what we kind of thought was going to happen in this one. It's a close one. It's a great contest. And again, folks here on hand at the field house, or those tuning in on the radio side and also to the Periscope and YouTube side with us here at 1480 KRAE, you're in for a fun one.
Yeah, and Blaine Lyman is the man that came in with those 2 big answers, but for Casper Kelly Walsh, you're going to need to find another way to get inside and try to get Lawson Lovering in trouble, as for the most part it's been a tough go of it to try to get inside the paint. What we're going to do is we'll take a 2-minute timeout. We're going to go hunt down Coach Glenn Kirkbride and talk about their win. After this 2-minute timeout, you're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Back inside the field house, Central with a 31-28 lead. Let's now turn your attention back over to the Lady Indians. Coach, 48-45 victory. You said in the pregame, you kind of guys go through these lulls, especially offensively, but you really were able to hang your head on defense, and they kept you in it, despite the fact they went on a 10-0 run and a 12-0 run.
Yeah.
You have to appreciate the effort, especially in that fourth quarter.
Oh, absolutely. I love my kids. They do some really good stuff. You know, it's funny you say that. We talked about basketball's a game of runs, man. It just is. You're gonna give up some, you're gonna have some, and that's the way it was tonight. But the defense did well. We also were able to change up our offense there a little late and get to the hole some, and we needed that.
Speaking about getting to the hole, Bailey Delbridge quiet for 3.5 quarters, but came up with big. I think it was 8 points in that fourth quarter. Even though she's a sophomore, she's kind of a veteran leader out on that floor, and when you need her to step up in that fourth quarter, she did.
Absolutely, very much. She's a veteran. I mean, that's not fair to the kid to call her as a sophomore a veteran, but it is. I mean, we've been leaning on her all last year. We leaned on her this year. She was really pressing early, and just kind of pressing and put that on the kid that gained the situation. The officials, me, put it on whatever you want, but she was really pressing, and so one time I just pulled her over and said, hey, you're fine, kid. I love you to death. You're doing great. Just relax and let it come.
Well, one thing that didn't waver all night for Delbridge was her defense on Danny Lynn Shell.
Solid.
12 points a game, only 4 tonight. How about just the defense supplied by Bailey as well?
Yeah, absolutely. She's just solid, and again, that's something I said at halftime. If one thing isn't working from a basketball perspective, do something else. If the shot isn't falling, be the best passer. And she really took that to heart. She locked down. It was good.
And then the Joneses. Jordan Jones with a huge night, 16 points off the bench. Jayla with a big night as well. How important will it be for those two, especially having that second wave of attack with Jordan?
Yeah, very much. And, you know, we talked about that at the beginning of the game, man. You never know where it's going to come from. JoJo hadn't been playing as much varsity time. She got a bunch. She looked good over Christmas and got a bunch. For a couple others, it wasn't working. For her, it was. So every night's going to be a little different. I think that's one of our strengths.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the 48-45 victory. Good luck tomorrow night against Green River. We'll take a 2-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house where Central has a 31-28 lead over Kelly Walsh. This is state number 1 of 3 straight days, you'll be hearing from the tag team champs of Nick Peretti and Chris Polk.
Absolutely, as we'll see Central tonight, and tomorrow we will be over at the Thunderdome to see Cheyenne East one more time, and then Saturday's kind of matinee contest, we will see the Fighting Bison over there at South High. So again, getting all 3 local schools, at least here, again, as it is the Taco John's invite here in Cheyenne, hosting a plethora of teams, at least coming here to the capital city.
Let's take a look at our first half stats before we start this third quarter. 14 points for Davion McAdam for Kelly Walsh, 10 points for Ross Padilla, 2 points for Coventry, 2 points for Connor Shop. For Central, 12 points for Blaine Lyman to lead the way, 11 points for Lovering, 6 for Storbo off the bench, 2 for Thomas Burke. One thing there, Nick, you don't hear a lot of different names, just 4 players each have scored so far for their respective team. Both teams with the starting 5 out on the floor. For Kelly Walsh, Shop, McAdam, Coventry, Browning, and Padilla, as the 3-ball attempt is short by Coventry, and the rebound's picked up by Weinberger. Then driving baseline is Lyman, and he gets the toilet bowl to flush down through the nylon. It's Stampley, Lyman, Lovering, Weinberger, and Burke. Weinberger not scoring, but he does have 5 assists on the night. 2 rebounds and 2 steals. 33-28 the score. Browning with the basketball for Kelly Walsh as they're down 5. Trying to go down low to Shop, who got in foul trouble early in that first quarter. Coventry steps back, goes to Shop, 18-footer off the left iron, and the rebound comes to Coventry. He's left alone on the left corner, puts up the 3 off the back iron. Stampley grabs the rebound for Central. Stampley across the timeline, goes to Thomas Burke up top. Weinberger open for 3. That was a good rhythm shot by Weinberger, and he cashed it nothing but net. He's 1 for 4 from the 3-point line tonight.
For the Indians, carrying over that momentum that led them into the halftime. Again, right now coming out on fire against Casper Kelly Walsh.
They have an 8-point lead now, their largest of the night. Padilla has it straight away. Then Padilla with 10 points in that first half. Browning trying to go high-low with Shop. Davion McAdam with the basketball. Browning on the left elbow, puts up the shot, bank shot too strong. Rebound comes right to Coventry, who lays it in with the left hand. That was unfortunate for Stampley. Grabbed it with the one hand with the left hand, and since he couldn't palm it or grab it with the left hand, it went right to Coventry with the easy lay-in. 36-30 the score. Stampley looks over at Coach Tag Lane on the bench for Central, getting the play from Coach Lane. Weinberger has it on the left wing. He's feeling it from 3. Nothing but net from deep on the left wing. You got to watch out. Once he gets that first one to go, you got to be on him no matter where he is. He'll shoot from NBA range even. 39-30 the lead. Coventry with the basketball. Goes to the free throw line to Browning. Kick out past Coventry. Fakes the 3. Looking to go down low to Shop. The bounce pass gets to him in the left block. Squares up Lovering. Reverse lay-in. Blocked by Lovering, and then the last touch by Lovering as he tried to grab it. But another block for Lawson, and that's his second.
A good defensive effort by Lawson Lovering. Again, you have to respect the effort going for the block, and again, trying to at least get the possession in favor of Central, but again, only can do so much. Casper Kelly Walsh's ball, at least still here on the offense, as we see the ref again. It's very open here in the field house, so that ball can get lost in the kind of wide openness that is the field house.
Well, for Shop, he tried to use the rim as a protector, but he went too far away from the rim. Allowed Lovering to get the shot, or to block that shot. Padilla's 3-ball attempt, too flat. The rebound comes to Shop, though. That's just his first rebound tonight as Coventry goes into the lane. He falls to the floor. His shot too strong. Lovering grabs his 3rd rebound tonight. Stampley with the basketball, goes to Lovering, nice pass. Lovering tries to dunk it, instead will lay it in with the right hand. For Stampley, his 2nd assist tonight. Lovering's got 13.
And it looked like for Lovering right there, it was almost a situation of he thought about the dunk, but it looked like he almost lost control of the ball.
11-point lead for Central. Largest of the night as Shop has it in the paint. Goes to Browning. Into the lane. Right hand floater. Nothing but net. And for Browning, it's his first points tonight. Leads cut to 9. 2 subs coming in for Casper Kelly Walsh. Next whistle, Marsh and Bradley. Stampley with the left hand. Dribble hand off to Burke. Burke picks up his dribble. Now looking for someone to get open. Weinberger is able to come from behind him. Lovering gets it down low. 2 players converge. Extra pass to Stampley. Puts up the left hand 3-ball. Air ball. And it's an offensive or loose ball foul.
And that should be called on the big. Yeah, it will be called on Lawson Lovering. So teams first for Central here in the second half. For Lawson, his 2nd.
It's Coventry and Browning that come out for Kelly Walsh. Again, it's Cade Marsh and Michael Bradley that come in. 41-32. It's a 9-point lead for Central with 4:40 left in the third quarter. Padilla calling up Bradley to come up top. Trying to figure out what kind of defense. They're almost a box and one with Lyman playing center field. Marsh gets it down low. He puts it up and in and one. It's going to be Thomas Burke picking up his team's second. For Marsh, it's his first 2 points on the night. So we're starting to see some other players score for Kelly Walsh, which is something they need.
Trying to expand out that playbook for the Trojans, and for Marsh, it looked like he kind of snuck away from the big man of Lawson Lovering, was not paying attention, snuck behind him, and again got that bucket, and now a chance for and one.
Carter Labados comes in for the first time for Kelly Walsh, and Brock Storbo will come in as well, or sorry, for Central. And Brady Storbo checks in as well as the and one opportunity by Marsh is hit. It's the 41-35, a 6-point lead as Labanos will run the point for Central.
As you can hear Coach Zach Lane in the background calling out the play and discussing a few things with his players.
Beaumont with the basketball as he checks in. Weinberger puts up the three. It's a very long attempt, and it will be last touched by Central.
And right now, Tag Lane arguing with the referee right now, not too happy with the calls.
He wants a delay of game called on Kelly Walsh, which the next delay of game will be would be a technical foul. Nice high-low. Marsh has it on the right block. Double team, kicked out, shot from the free throw line. Rolls out, and Weinberger grabs the rebound. Weinberger, headman pass to Lyman. Lyman with 12 first half points, and his ball's turned over. It's stolen by Marsh. Bradley going coast to coast. Right hand shot too strong. Marsh there to grab the rebound. His shot's blocked. Padilla double pumps underneath the rim, and on the way up, he's fouled.
And sloppy play right now for the Central High Indians.
Fouls on Lyman, his second, team third, as we'll see Dawson McCleary come in for Central.
Yeah, third team foul for Central here in this third quarter. No fouls yet called for Casper Kelly Walsh.
First one by Padilla is nothing but net. Now 5 of 8 from the free throw line is Kelly Walsh for Central. They're 5 for 5. It's a 5-point lead for Central with Padilla's second one coming, nothing but net, make that a 4-point lead. Padilla's got 12.
It's a lead for the Indians that is slowly diminishing away.
It was up to as many as 11. It's now down to 4. 7-0 run for Casper Kelly Walsh. Weinberger kicks it over to Labanos, goes into the lane, goes around 2 players. His shot is short. LeBeaumont tries to go with the putback, and it's too strong. Shop grabs the rebound. McAdam in transition, stolen away, but he's able to grab the loose ball. Now baseline with Weinberger on him. Storbo got a hand on it. And then Storbo comes up limping a little bit as looks like his calf maybe got a little Charlie horse on the calf.
Yeah, he's limping a bit, so he's going to pick up the foul. Team's 4th foul on at least Central. And actually, they're not even going to call that on. They're going to call that on Weinberger, so he'll pick up his first.
Team 4th. McAdam gets the first one to climb in as Browning will come in and Coventry. Lovering and Lyman come in. Weinberger and Storbo take a seat. Browning comes in for Connor Shaw.
And that double-digit lead has just vanished in a quick span of time right now.
It's an 8-0 run, make it a 9-0 run as McAdam will come out. He's got 18. Averaging 21 on the season. Labados with the basketball, will walk it across the timeline. Brady will pick him up right there, palms up. 3 minutes left in this second quarter. Calls out the offensive play for Central. Picks up his dribble, now Lyman at the top of the arc. Lob pass, Lovering grabs it over Marsh and then banks it in over, looks like Padilla or Browning was there for the help, but doesn't matter.
And with the size,
longer than everybody else.
Yeah, for the size as well too for Lawson Lovering, has the wingspan, and again just made that again kind of a little easy bucket, well at least outside of the paint.
9-0 run stopped there by Lovering. Bradley trying to start a new one. His 3-ball attempt is too long. Marsh grabs the offensive rebound. Kick out. Bradley open for 3 on the left wing again. That one's good.
Now a 1-point lead for the Indians.
First assist for Marsh, and the 3-ball still coming into effect for Casper Kelly Walsh as they continue to hit it. McCleary with the basketball. They try to double team. Browning gets there in time and comes up with the steal. Maybe an adjustment there, not allowing Lovering to even come up with the catch. 3 ball for Fanto on the left side. It's too strong. Rebound comes out to Coventry for Kelly Walsh. Casper Kelly Walsh is starting to come up with some extra buckets. And it's a 3-pointer hit by Cade Marsh. It's a 2-point lead for Casper Kelly Walsh as a timeout's called by Coach Tag Lane. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout here as well. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Casper Kelly Walsh had an 8-point deficit or a 7-point deficit coming into this half and have erased that and given themselves a 2-point lead. Cade Marsh coming alive in this quarter with 6 points. That ball stolen away by Fanto. He tries to save it. It goes right to Coventry. Coventry coast to coast and one. Holy cow, Casper Kelly Walsh is coming alive.
That's something you do not want to see if you're Tag Lane and Central High Indians. Again, Casper Kelly Walsh has come out with some sort of just unknown momentum right now. They're shooting lights out and just having all sorts of momentum.
Well, they're quickly going from defense to offense. And how about Fanto saves it, goes over the outstretched arms of the 6'11 Lovering and right to Coventry, who goes coast to coast. Coventry gets the end one as both teams continue to shoot well from behind from the free throw line.
Right now for Central, again, you got to avoid the turnover right now. Cash in, you need points on the board.
LeBeaumont has the basketball, goes to McCleary on the left side, and then off-ball foul on Browning, who just flattened Lobatos.
So that'll be the first team foul of this quarter, at least for the second half, called on Casper Kelly Walsh.
48-43 the score. Just not a lot of offense outside of Lovering in this quarter as Lovering banks it up and in for 2. That will hopefully stop that run. 48-45, 3-point lead for Casper Kelly Walsh. Come out guns blazing here in this third quarter. Marsh with the basketball on the left corner, goes to Coventry in the paint. Kicks it out past Bradley, fakes the shot, will go Fanto. He's open for 3 on the right side. It's short. The rebound will come to Browning, who will be called for the foul, the push on the back. And for Browning, that will be his team second.
He picks up 2 quick fouls right there. Second team foul for Casper Kelly Walsh in this half.
And we'll see Davion McAdam check back in for Casper Kelly Walsh.
And he will come in for number 5 again as he picks up 2 quick fouls.
Marsh, the tallest player on the floor, he'll be the one tabbed to guard Lovering on the offensive side for Casper Kelly Walsh.
And it's not going to be an easy task.
Not at all. Nobody's been able to do it thus far. Lovering has it, goes to Lobatos for 3. Too strong off the back iron. The rebound comes to Coventry for Casper Kelly Walsh. That's his 5th. McAdam across the timeline will slow it down. Kick out to Bradley. Bradley goes to the corner. Marsh fakes the 3 in the left corner. Will come up. Fanto, he'll put up the 3 from straight away off the right iron. Lovering grabs his 4th rebound tonight. Here comes Lyman. Nice pass to LeBeaumont. 1 reverse lay-in and the foul. McAdam will pick up his 2nd foul. Team 3rd. LeBeaumont running the floor, and a great pass by Blaine Lyman, who picks up his 2nd assist tonight.
An opportunity for Central to tie up this ball game. Again, you got to love the heart and determination by the Indians. Again, not giving up as much as it seemed like it was getting out of hand. Again, now only down by 1 point.
Bradley comes out for Padilla as LeBeaumont will go to the line to shoot the free throw. He's 4 for 6 on the season. That's 67%. His and 1 opportunity. It's too strong. It's the first miss from the free throw line for Central. 48-47 with 10 seconds here in this third quarter. Marsh open for three in the left corner. Right corner, he got it. Marsh is on fire in this quarter. He's got 9. It's a 4-point lead, and Lobatos just double dribbled. We'll see if they put any time left on the clock. As you can see, Padilla and McAdams come and say there should be more time left on the clock. We'll keep it here until they figure this one out.
They're going to discuss it. It doesn't look like they're going to at all, so it's going to be the end of the third.
So we'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. McCleary, Burke, and Lovering on the floor for Central. Coventry, Shop, McAdam, Padilla, and Marsh, who had 9 points in the third quarter. That ball is nearly taken away. Burke did a good job to keep control of it. Lyman goes with the shot up top, and then Padilla will touch it last as he grabbed it from Lyman on the way up. For Casper Kelly Walsh, they outscored Central 23-16 to take the 4-point lead.
And Central, who had the lead at least at halftime and well into that third quarter, it disappeared.
Burke misses the shot, grabs his own rebound, will put it up again, too strong, grabs his own rebound again, puts up the third shot, and he misses that one, and then we got a foul off the ball. And that may have been on Burke, as he thought he got fouled a couple of times. Oh, it'll be on Lovering in the 16th foul.
It'll be, yeah, for Lawson Lovering, for the big man, his third. So that is big.
51-47, 7.5 left in the fourth quarter. Padilla working on Lobatos, comes across the timeline. Coventry with it on the right wing. Goes into the lane, kick out. Browning doesn't take the shot, will instead try to get it over to McAdam. McAdam's been quiet here in this second half, didn't score in the third quarter, and too much contact by Burke, and that's going to send McAdam to the line to shoot two.
So
Or shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah, Burke will pick up his third. Team 7th as Casper Kelly Walsh is in the bonus for the remainder of this contest. Again, 7:12 left.
And I said McAdam has not scored here in the second half. He hasn't scored from the field. He did go 2 for 2 from the free throw line in that second quarter. 8 for 12 is Casper Kelly Walsh. 5 for 6 from the free throw line is Central, as McAdam gets the first one to roll in. So he'll get one more as the Storbo twins will come in. Burke and Lovering will come out.
A little bit of twin magic, at least trying to utilize those powers for Central.
They did have a big momentum swing in that first quarter. A nice and one from Storbo to Storbo. McAdam puts up the shot, and that one rolls out, and Brady Storbo will grab the rebound. So a rare miss for McAdam. Brock Storbo with the basketball, looking for his brother down low. We'll go to Lyman up top, and then Lyman throws it away right to the arms of McAdam, who's waiting for it. 8th turnover. McAdam going coast to coast, banks it in.
And now this game is starting to get out of hand.
7-point lead for Casper Kelly Walsh, and Coach Lane will call a timeout. And it will be a full timeout. We'll take one here as well. It's a 1-minute timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. 54-47, a 7-point lead for the Indians with 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. Haven't seen Tanner Weinberger in a little bit. He started catching a little bit of fire, 2 3-pointers in the third quarter, but it's been Lobatos and McCleary and Lyman doing the guard play as Padilla will be called for the hand check foul, his second team fourth.
Yep.
McCleary will inbound it, will come to Lyman in the corner. He's double teamed, goes to Storbo, who tried to draw the contact. He does, he can't finish though. And Brady Storbo will go to the line where he'll shoot 2.
And team's 5th foul for Casper Kelly Walsh.
It'll be Padilla his 3rd. So 2 quick fouls picked up by Ross Padilla.
Good big free throws coming right now for Storbo.
Storbo gets the first one to roll in. For Storbo, he's 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 7 points now off the bench. Just a sophomore, and that one rattles in and out. The rebound will come to Brock Storbo. An extra opportunity here for Central. McCleary with the basketball, kicks it out to Lobatos. 54-48 the score. Lyman with the 18-footer, double pumps. It's short, comes right to Marsh. Now Marsh looking to hustle down the floor. Will go to McAdam. McAdam with the right hand and one. There may not have been a lot of contact, but the fact that Brock Storbo tried to draw a charge may have been just enough with the angle the official had.
Certainly was. For Brock, he'll pick up his 3rd, team's 8th foul called on Central.
And for McAdam, he's the last guy you want to see at the free throw line. He's 5 for 7 tonight. Chance to get through the hard way. One of the top scorers in 4A for Wyoming basketball as he gets the 3 points the hard way. It's a 9-point lead. It's the largest lead for Casper Kelly Walsh tonight. Weinberger and Stampley check back in for Central. 6:10 left in this fourth quarter. Dribble handoff. It's Brock Storbo. Goes to Weinberger. Coventry not giving him a lot of space. Brody Storbo grabs the basketball. Or Brady grabs the basketball from Weinberger. Goes up too strong, but he's fouled on the way up. And the foul is on Cade Marsh, his first, team 6th.
As now we're seeing a lot of fouls being called between these two teams. Play has kind of slowed down a bit here in the fourth quarter.
Storbo hits the first one, nothing but net.
And I think for Tag Lane and Central High, again, you're kind of fortunate right now. This is a scenario you want where, again, time has stopped. You have an opportunity to get free throws on the board, again, chip away at this Trojan lead.
Now you just need to find a way to get stops, mainly try to stop Davion McAdam as Storbo goes 2 for 2 that time down the line. They're 8 for 10 as a team for Storbo. He's 5 for 6, or 6 for 7. Padilla trying to get around Stampley, he does. Stampley hounding Padilla with great defense, man on man. McCleary up top on McAdam. McAdam gives a shimmy with the shoulders, now gets in the lane, trying to use his strength. Goes to Browning up top. Browning gets into the paint, fakes one way, kicks it out to Coventry. Padilla has it on the left wing. High screen and roll from Padilla. He instead will kick it out to Coventry as Casper Kelly Walsh being patient here on this possession. Padilla has it in the left corner. Stampley up high on him. Bounce pass. Back and forth. Padilla and Marsh goes. Good bat away by Storbo, but it goes right to Padilla. Coventry into the lane, kicks it out. Padilla will put up a 3 with the hand in his face. The shot is short. Coventry grabs the rebound, but they're going to say it's over the back on Coventry, and that's going to be free throws for Tanner Weinberger.
As for Casper Kelly Walsh, they'll pick up their team's 7th foul, which puts Central now in the bonus. As we'll see subs in for both teams as the big Lawson Lovering will come in.
Shop comes in, Brady comes in, Bradley comes in, and Fanto for Casper Kelly Walsh. The Storbo twins come out, Burke and Lovering will check back in for Central. So 2 more opportunities here for, or at least a 1-1, as Weinberger is 71% from the free throw line, 10 of 14 on the season. That one rolls in and out, but comes right to Lovering, who will lay it in for 2.
So how about that? You sub a 1 instead for 2 points.
Let's take that, 57-52. Lead cut to 5 now for Central. They're on a little 4-0 run. McAdam has it on the right wing, gets the high screen from Browning, now goes baseline, double team. Browning has it, it's an 18-footer off the left iron, the rebound's batted out, and last touch by Casper Kelly Walsh.
Yeah, nice little momentum right now for Central High for the Indians.
Stanfleet will get the inbound from Weinberger. 4:45 left on the Pepsi scoreboard in this fourth quarter. Lovering with the basketball, goes to Weinberger, back to Lovering. Lovering with the left hand, goes up with the right-handed shot and rolls out. And Fanto grabs the rebound, a rare miss for Browning. 66% from the field on the season, so he doesn't miss often. McAdam has it on the right wing with 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. 57-52. McAdam, high screen from Shop. Still dribbling with the right hand, trying to go baseline, kick out. It's going to be fouled by McCleary. No, he bounced, dribbled it out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover.
So Central ball.
Both teams doing a good job taking care of the basketball. That's just the 8th turnover for Kelly Walsh. 9 for Central.
Another opportunity for the Indians. They need to cash in here.
Try to cut into this 5-point deficit. The Lady Indians had to come back late against Kelly Walsh Lady Trojans. Central boys trying to do the same thing. Law pass to Lovering. Lovering into the lane. Goes up with the right hand. He's fouled by Shop. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Shop's 3rd, team 8th.
And again, the big man, Lawson Lovering, he can shoot the free throw. He is very consistent on at least this season.
32 of 39. Make that 33 of 40.
And slowly chipping away at this Trojan lead right now.
57-53 as Browning will come out, and I believe that's Padilla that will come in for Casper Kelly Walsh. Lovering a couple of dribbles, puts up his 2nd free throw. It's too strong. Burke grabs the offensive rebound, had it almost taken away. It's on the floor, and then a jump ball is called, and it is Kelly Walsh basketball.
As referees trying to at least break up the teams right now and get everything squared away.
4-point lead for the Trojans. Is Central now in a full court pressure. Padilla with the basketball. Everybody clears out, and Stanfleet will make Padilla work to get across the timeline into the front court, and he does. Padilla still working with the basketball, and a timeout called by Coach Randy Roden. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout as you're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Bradley, Fanto, Shop, Padilla, and McAdam on the floor for Kelly Walsh, Weinberger, Burke, McCleary, Stanfleet, and Lovering. 57-53. Kelly Walsh with the lead. 3:49 as Kelly Walsh will also have the basketball. Padilla gets it into Bradley, dribbles with the left hand, goes to Shop at the top.
As you hear the student section here at the Fieldhouse getting into it.
Shop still saving it up top is Casper Kelly Walsh with the 4-point lead. Gonna use up some time here, it looks like, and play a little game of keep away and wait for an open shot. Shop has it up top.
And again,
now hand it off to Bradley.
That's the advantage of the high school ranks. Again, no shot clock.
Bradley gets into the lane and then kicks it back out. That's all they're doing. They're just gonna play a game of keep away and make Central try to foul them. Bradley with the basketball, goes to Shop up top. Fanto with Weinberger on him. Dribbling with the right hand. Well, now Shop comes back up top. Lovering almost comes up with a steal. 3 minutes left as Bradley gets into the lane. They're gonna play 3 minutes of keep away. Bradley will go into the lane. He lays it in. He must have heard me as he goes hard to the rack and lays it in for 2. It's lead up to 6.
It almost looked like he got away with the travel on that.
Travel also looked like he may have been hit a couple of times as well, just letting him play through that. Burke goes to Lovering. He's in the paint. He has 2 players on him, and Bradley will be called for the reach.
So it'll be team's 9th foul for Casper Kelly Walsh.
Coventry will come in for Fanto as Lovering will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. And what hurts Central is if you do start fouling because they are playing keep away, Lovering misses the free throw attempt, and Shop comes up with a rebound. This is a team in Casper Kelly Walsh that shoots 73% from the free throw line. Bradley with the basketball. It's a 1-2-2 zone now for Central. 6-point lead for Casper Kelly Walsh as they look to wind down this 4th quarter. Bradley with an ill-advised pass over the head of Davion McAdam.
So another turnover by Casper Kelly Walsh by the Trojans. Another opportunity for Central to do something on the offensive side.
Technically a 2-possession game, this 6-point deficit. We have seen, one thing we haven't seen is Blaine Lyman into this 4th quarter, especially late here. He's hit a couple of threes as well as Tanner Weinberger. Stampley, dribble handoff to Burke. Weinberger has on the left wing. Coventry doing a good job not giving him any space. Lob pass, stolen away by Shop. Nice defense there by Shop as he tried the lob pass to Lovering. It wasn't high enough. It's a turnover by Weinberger. Coventry with the basketball. There's 1:55 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Coventry bounce pass to Bradley. Still 6-point lead for Casper Kelly Walsh as that's batted away by McCleary. Coventry will grab it and get it back into the front court. Double team, now triple team. Trying to get rid of it, goes to Padilla, and Bradley will slow it down. Bradley with the basketball up top. Dribbling through a few players, so comes up top to Shop. Padilla goes over to Coventry. Coventry in the corner, goes to Padilla, left hand, too strong, rebound on the floor. It comes to
They're going to call a foul, loss and
foul.
Lovering. So the big man's going to pick up his 4th, and you can see the frustration.
Are they going to call a time? No, they're going to say Lovering. No, they're going to call it a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout here as well, 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. .122 left in this 4th quarter. Central down 6 to Kelly Walsh, 59-53. It was a timeout called by Davion McAdam, who was on the floor right before the tie-up. McAdam will inbound it. We'll throw it up top to Coventry. 1:20 left. Central at some point is going to have to start fouling. Bradley with the basketball, bounce pass to Coventry. Coventry will run into a couple of Storbos. In the basketball is Padilla on the far side. He's double teamed, gets around the double team, goes to Shop. They're trying to foul, but no call. Bradley with the basketball, and he traveled. Well, they'll take that.
So take the turnover, at least right there for Central. And again, going back to that play, that timeout, originally the far side judge, it looked like he was about to call at least a foul on loss of Lovering. But again, thankfully, he did not pick up his 4th foul. As we're going to have a player come on out because he did not have his jersey.
So Bradley's got to come back in.
As we have only 4 players for Casper Kelly Walsh, so again.
Now Bradley comes back out on the floor.
All right, now as we have everything set up here.
So Lovering comes in for Brock Storbo. Stampley with the basketball. Under a minute here in the 4th quarter. Stampley kick out. Weinberger can't put up the 3. Now we'll put up a 3 over Coventry. It's an air ball. Forced shot. You can go for inside, but he doesn't there, and McAdam will go coast to coast and then wisely slow it down. Shop with the basketball. They got a foul, does Central, and they will. It'll be Padilla that will go to the line, and the foul will be on Stampley, his 3rd.
It'll be team's 9th.
Team 9th. So Padilla will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Marsh makes sure he has his jersey tucked in this time, and he will come in for Bradley. Padilla is 2 for 3 on the night from the free throw line. This will be the 16th free throw attempt, as we'll see Ethan Cates come in for Weinberger. Padilla puts up the front end of the bonus, and he knocks that in, and he'll get one more.
7-point lead currently for Kelly Walsh with 39.7 seconds remaining in this contest.
That one rolls out, and the rebound comes to Stampley as Central needs to hustle down the floor. Now you'll need a three. Stampley open for three. Got it! And a timeout called by Coach Tag Lane. Stampley, his first three-pointer tonight, cuts the lead to 7.
We're going to have a 30-second timeout.
30-second time. We're going to keep it here because the score's messed up.
It should be 56 to 60.
Yeah, so 4-point lead, 30.5 left, and that's exactly what you needed for Central, a quick three-pointer. Now, if you don't get a steal, you have to foul right away.
You certainly do at this point in time, or either get a great defensive stop, at least early on, but right now, for Central, it's almost, you kind of need that miracle play right now, and hopefully they can get it here. Again, with 30.5 seconds remaining in this contest, down by 4.
Looked like they just went from a full time or 30-second timeout to a full timeout. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. .30.5 seconds left, 60 to 56. Kelly Walsh with the lead. It's Lovering who will be on the ball on this 1-2-1-1 full court press. Lobato, Stampley, McCleary, and Weinberger on the floor. For Kelly Walsh, it's Padilla, Marsh, as Lobatos will foul Padilla right away. Doesn't even take off a full second. Lobatos his second, team 10, so Padilla will go to line to shoot 2. See Ethan Cates check in after this first free throw as Padilla was slow to get up. It's Marsh, Coventry, McAdam, Shop, and Padilla on the floor.
Again, updating on at least the foul situation for Central picks up their 10th team foul. So again, double bonus shooting time for the remainder of this contest for Casper Kelly Walsh.
So Padilla, 1 for 2 his last time at the line, will hit his first. That's a big first one. Lead up to 5. Lobatos will come out for Ethan Cates.
And eventually we're going to have a timeout called by
a 30-second timeout called by Coach Roden. We'll take another 30-second timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. So Padilla will go to the line where he'll shoot one more. It's 61-56. Kelly Walsh with the lead. Kelly Walsh has taken the lead over in this second half and hasn't relinquished it, especially here in this fourth quarter. They've been able to build on it. Padilla hits his second. With 12 of 19 on the night from the line. 26 seconds left. Stampley across the timeline. Goes to Lovering. It's turned over. McAdam grabs the steal. And that is probably it there as Cates will foul.
Yeah. And that'll do it right now. That'll do it as, again, Casper Kelly Walsh, it looks like they're going to go on to at least win this ball game here.
And one way that they were able to win it is by getting to the free throw line, staying aggressive, and the three ball. The three ball kept him in it, and then they were able to kind of take over from there as Central just came out a little bit flat to start the half as McAdam hits the first.
Barring some sort of miracle, Casper Kelly Walsh, they're going to move to 5-1 on the season. For Central, they're going to drop to 5-2.
Second one on the way from McAdam. It's short, and the rebound comes to Stampley. 17 seconds left. Cates with the basketball, goes to Lovering on the right block. He'll put up the shot, and that's good. And Coach Taglane will call his final timeout. And it will be, I think he only has full timeouts left. It is. So we'll take a 1 minute timeout with 10 seconds left in the game. A 1 minute timeout on 1480 KRAE. (63-58), a 5-point lead for Kelly Walsh as Coach Taglane calls his final timeout. Coventry, Marsh, McAdam, Padilla, and Shop on the floor for Kelly Walsh. As Lovering's trying to hound the inbound, it's a quick foul by Dawson McCleary, his first, and that's going to send McAdam to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Just getting a lot of practice right now.
Yeah, essentially kind of garbage time right now for both teams as it's pretty much set in stone. Again, as Casper Kelly Walsh is going to move on and win, at least here, day 1 of the Taco John's invite here at Central.
I believe Kelly Walsh will go on and play, I want to say they play South tomorrow as McAdam hits the front end of his 2.
And I do believe you are correct on with, at least with Casper Kelly Walsh.
For Central, they'll play Green River tomorrow as McAdam hits both. Stampley gets the inbound and across the timeline with 5 seconds. Stampley will put up the shot. It was blocked, and McAdam grabs the loose ball, and that will be the final horn. Casper Kelly Walsh comes in and beats Central on the home floor. 65-58 is the final score. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, get our post-game ready for you, a 2-minute timeout, as you're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1480 KRAE. Side Central High School, the field house, where the boys lose 65-58, and Nick, they looked good in that first half. They were playing great defense. They were able to survive some three-point shots hit by Casper Kelly Walsh, but in the third and fourth quarter, they just couldn't fight back from it after all the time.
Well, and look, at least in the third quarter for the Central High Indians, had a little bit of that momentum, saw at least kind of extending out that at least lead that they did have, at least at halftime, but it just felt short again. It kind of costly turnover, shooting themselves in the foot. It was a situation where Kelly Walsh retained its momentum, got hot, especially from behind the arc, and Central just found ways to kind of beat themselves. It was pretty much a dogfight with Casper Kelly Walsh and themselves, at least in that second half.
Yeah, a good start for Casper Kelly Walsh, who again will go to South and play the South Fighting Bison tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats from this one. For Casper Kelly Walsh, they had 10 turnovers in the game. They shot 14 of 23 from the free throw line. So even though they shot not their normal 73%, it still was enough for them. Davion McAdam led the way with 25 points. They had 15 from Ross Padilla, more than 3 times his season average. 9 points for Cade Marsh, 7 for Sage Coventry, 5 for Bradley, 2 for both Shop and Brooks Browning. For Central, they were led by their big man, Lawson Lovering. He had 22. 14 points for Blaine Lyman, 9 for Brady Storbo, 3 for Stampley, 2 for Burke, 2 for LeBeaumont. And one thing, too, is Lyman had 14 points, 12 of those in the first half. He was kind of that guy on a milk carton box in the third and fourth quarter.
Again, guy who was finding his stroke, especially from behind the arc, three-point shooting. Again, we're at least kind of answering back the three-point shots of the Trojans. Yeah, he was definitely missing, at least from the offensive side for Central High, at least there in the second half. And again, results in Casper Kelly Walsh getting the victory tonight. Again, they moved to 5-1 overall at least for the Central High Indians. They're going to fall to at least 5-2.
And I lied. Kelly Walsh will actually play Laramie tomorrow. They'll play that over at Story Gymnasium. We will have tomorrow East and Rock Springs, and Nick, that will be a fun matchup because that's Kai Buell going against her former team in Rock Springs. Another good matchup for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, former hometown there. So again, good matchups coming up again. As we'll see, the Lady Thunderbirds, they'll be out first at 6:30. We will have that game here on 1480 KRAE, and then the boys after that game wraps up, again, tentative schedule around 8 o'clock to see the Rock Springs Tigers take on the East High Thunderbirds. So again, a pair of teams that also too have 1 losses matching up tomorrow again with the East High Lady Thunderbirds and T-Birds. So looking forward to that pregame here on 1480 KRAE at 6:10-ish, possibly again as they will have JV games played beforehand. So it might go a little bit longer. We do not know. But again, tune in for here on 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com, and also to video live streaming as always on Periscope and the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel. Do want to take this opportunity right now to thank all of our fine sports sponsors as we're going to wrap things up here tonight from the field house. I want to take this opportunity to thank Baskin-Robbins, Cheyenne State Bank, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Chick-fil-A, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, Gill Window Company, Best Western Plus, Frontier Inn, Little Philly, Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service, Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, again, host sponsor of the Taco John's Invite happening again tonight as it just wrapped up day 1, day 2 coming up tomorrow, and day 3 on Saturday here in the Cap City. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, First Tier Bank, Big Apple Bagels, the Cheyenne Stampede, Pepsi Scoreboard as, again, sponsor our Pepsi, at least Pepsi of Cheyenne, sponsor of our Pepsi Scoreboard. Again, as boys contest just wraps up in favor of Casper Kelly Walsh, 65-58. Medicap Pharmacy, Kia of Cheyenne, Lennox Auto Body, the Breadbasket Bakery, First Education Federal Credit Union, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, B&B Appliance and TV, Capital Lumber Company, Halliday Motors, and McGee Hernan Pies, LLP.
Well, final thoughts as far as today goes. We got a good chance to see a couple of sisters in Jordan Jones and Jayla Jones really step up and help Central Lady Indians come up with the victory.
If anything, on the girls' side, it proves that Central is a for-real team, or at least they're going around Class 4A and saying that they are a team to not be disrespected. Again, going against a very good Lady Trojans team of Casper Kelly Walsh, and again, keeping with that, again, at a point they were down, but found a way to fight back and get the victory. On the boys' side, as we'll kind of give our thoughts on this one, It maybe a little of the Christmas break rust as well too on the at least for Central High. A lot of miscues, a lot of turnovers, a lot of plays that should not be happening at this point in time for this team. And you're going to learn that when you go against these upper echelon teams, or at least these powerhouses around Class 4A. They're going to take advantage of those turnovers and convert it into points.
Well, and one thing we did realize tonight is last year we were wondering when Lawson Lovering was just going to take over a game. You saw it in the first half. He tried to do it a little bit more, but 22 points, I think we're going to see a lot. Just continue to see him grow as well. He's going to be one of the top scorers in the Class 4A
and
as
it's
well.
something that we discussed during the week, or at least with myself and Larry Proetti on Wyoming Sports Talk today. It's a situation that for Lawson Lovering, it's a player that cannot rely on at least putting the weight on his shoulders just yet. Again, he is only a sophomore. He's still young on this team. He does need help around, whether that is Weinberger, whether that is Lyman, whether that is Burke. Again, there needs to be that piece that's going to complement, at least with Lawson Lovering at this point in time.
Well, that will do it for tonight. Again, tomorrow, pregame around 6:10ish, 6:15, we'll be at the Thunderdome for East and Rock Springs. For my partner, Nick Peretti, I am Chris Polton. We'll take you back to...
Well, also, too, we want to thank the man
who
was pushing all the buttons, who got us on, at least in the first place.
I can't believe I almost forgot him.
Jacob back at the house. Jacob Hamill, thank you to him of what he's been doing. Again, he'll be with us this entire weekend. So, again, appreciate you of what you've done for us here. Day 1 of the Taco John's Invite, again, continues on. Day 2 tomorrow, day 3 on Saturday. So we got a lot more high school basketball action coming up here on 1480 KRAE.
Yeah, and now at this point, now that we got the brains behind the entire operation.
The guy who runs it all, absolutely.
Right. We'll go ahead and take you back to your regular scheduled programming right here on 1480 KRAE.